Okay, we're supposed to be live, I guess. I'm not sure about it. Yes. My dog is right there. And yeah, eventually people will join. Hopefully, I'm hoping for like 2 people and then that's it. I'm really glad if there were at least like 2 people. But first, let me look around what we have on screen right now because I have no idea. Okay, yo. Okay. My dog is eating. I came to the window so you can actually see me, and the sun is going down. It is almost 4 p.m. right now, and the sun will be going down. Sorry for my voice. I have been sick for the past I guess it's like 2 weeks right now. And yeah, yep. I do have my tissues on hand just in case. I do have my water, everything. Okay, I will need lights. This is not good. I can like come back like here, I guess. Yeah. I mean, I got like with my puppy, and he was like, "What are you looking at?" Yeah, I don't think actually anybody will join, but at least I am here, right? So for new people or for older people from the channel, and you guys either came back or I don't know, you just came here. Hello and welcome back. It's been a very long time. I think last live stream was 2 years ago. I know it was 2023. Women's Day, so I guess March. Yeah. Yeah, it is officially 2025 right now. Happy birthday, everybody. And Happy New Year, obviously. It's been a while. Even for videos. Last video I posted was the official reveal of my haircut. I think you probably noticed I don't have anything going on right now. I mean, hair-wise, much. I did straighten it a few days ago. So that's what we have right now. Yeah. Alrighty then. Yeah. Just a little recap. All right. What changed? What changed? A lot of things actually. I'm still going to university. I'm gonna have an exam in 3 days technically. So it's Sunday right now, and I have my exam on Wednesday. And after that, I have one other exam, which is on the 27th. And if everything goes well, I should be done and I can continue my classes, actually do my classes, the rest. And yeah, sorry for the noises. I actually hope you can hear me because there's no one here. Nobody can tell me if you can actually hear me or not, if there's any audio or anything. I'm sitting on my wooden chair, which is making noises. Yeah. So yeah, it is weird. I'm used to like not being way too active whenever I'm recording videos. I'm more like, okay, I said what I said actively, breathe, collect thoughts, and then say it again. And then, I cut it together. But right now it's live. Yeah, I can't do that. Still don't really have a voice because it really went away. I could barely talk or anything. I probably had the flu and it was not fun. I've been self-isolating literally since New Year's Eve. We went to a party. After that, since then, I've been home. I have not left the house. I'm very lonely right now. Why do you think I'm doing the live stream, honey? I need people right now, and I don't have. Even right now, nobody's watching it. So, yeah. You probably noticed from the. I mean, for me, it's there. For me, I'm pointing at it right now. It's a book. Okay, so university. I don't think I ever spoke about it. In university, I am learning. Yes, I'm learning it in Hungarian. I'm learning Korean. So my major is Korean. I wanted to learn Mongolian as the minor. I did learn it for a year, but then I got into like the special course, this we call it specialization for Korean interpreter, right? So because of that, I no longer learn Mongolian. I do learn it on the side, but not really like actively in university at all in university. So I do have a few books like this one. I really want to learn this. No English, sorry. I really want to actually read this. Um, it's not that difficult. No, it is. I don't know most of the words, but in general, it's not that difficult. So it's not like a scientific thing. I have a lot of books. Um, um, Shuti is the name of my puppy. He's right there. So when I go there or look there or say Shuti in any way, it's to my dog. Thank you. I know the sun is going down in 10 minutes. It's already going down. It's my watch telling me that. I do also have this. It's a lot of things. I don't think I'm gonna read this, but I do have it and it's pretty. I can put it out. I do want to learn this. I'm no English. I'm sorry. I do want to read this. This looks really, really cute. I do want to do that. And okay, this is psychology, I think. Not yet there, no, and a few other psychology psychological things. And I do have two, but my computer is resting on the rest of the books. I have a few more, but I have two children's books which have pictures, and I'm excited for those. So I put everything back. I do want to put it back on the top. Okay. Because that's the one I want to read. All right. It looks like I'm educated, huh? Yeah. Anyways. So yeah, I never actually revealed what I'm learning in university or how it's going. Never actually talked about it. I did mention that I want to do like university content. I did, but at the same time, it's like, okay, we will be talking about a little bit of like, yeah, psychology, I guess, but like really philosophical things, really deep things in this life, I guess, because I do want to elaborate on that. And I think this is the best way of doing it. Just a general live stream. If somebody joins. If not, it's going to be up on the channel. You can watch it. But at the same time, it's not going to be like a separate video that I upload being like, hey, let's, right? And then people will be like, oh my God, what is this channel, right? See, I'll be coming back to this. All right. I'm full on good now. I'm not sick. Should be. Are you thirsty? He might be thirsty. Wait, hold on. No. He does that all the time. He pretends that he's thirsty. So I go there and then he just looks at me like, haha, tricked you. So it's like a game for him. So, Nami Vam. I don't believe him. He's there now. So for I think I noticed symptoms on like the 3rd, I guess, 3rd of January. And I full on like went into he's here now. I went into full on like, okay, I'm dying mode for like 2 or 3 days. And then after that I went running. It did make me much better. Like my body has felt fine since running, but I haven't gone running apart from that because then my lungs always felt really, really heavy. Afterwards, I felt great. I felt great. And I did do some cardio yesterday too. So like I am still working out. I'm still working out. I'm still relatively active, although I don't leave the house. But I do lead an active lifestyle. But I haven't gone running like I did in summer in a while. But I do run every single week on Tuesday. So this one's coming 2 days, and tomorrow I have Hapkido. So I also do martial arts, Hapkido, and I've been doing it for 2 years now, I guess. Yeah. So again, I never talk about these things because nobody cares. That's the other thing. Is like I have so many things I want to talk about, so many things I want to say, but like nobody to share it with because literally no one cares about me. And it's like it never really was like a big want or need that I don't feel like we call it fiamhianos, I guess. I think that's the phrase we usually say in Hungarian, which is basically that you lack attention, but it's not you. It's just you lack attention of other people coming from you. So you not necessarily are desperate for it, but you really really wish somebody paid attention to you, but in a way that you lack it. You full on like there's none. Most of the time. Sometimes it's like it's missing a little bit, but yeah. And I guess I would put myself in that category, but like in a way that like I miss it, but I'm not gonna seek it actively. So I'm like I'm just chilling here, and I'm like I need attention. I'm like a plant in that regard because it's like who am I, right? Who am I to put that on people? Like pay attention to me. Psh, why? Why? If it was good for them, they would already do that probably. So it's like I'm not here to interfere, right? I live my life, you live your life, and clearly your life doesn't want me to be in it. So therefore, I'm not gonna push it. And bro, like what I do want to talk about a little bit in this live stream, for example, is like changes that happened in the past, let's say year. Year is okay, no, I'm gonna elaborate a little bit from like 2023 January. Excuse my coughs. Normally I would edit it out, but it's a very long topic and it's a live stream. I cannot edit it out, and also it'd be a very long thing anyways. So you can do it. You can bear through it. So okay, 2023, right? 2022 Christmas, my cousins came over and they were very, very sick. They didn't seem that sick though, but what I did catch was a big thing. Probably I had other things going on. I don't know. I never get sick. I very, very rarely get sick. And now I happen to do that. I mean, my immune system and my hormones were all over the place. So, like, again, understandable. I would have been surprised if I didn't get sick, right? So, 2022, December area. That's what I wanted to say. December sounds very stupid. I'm sorry. See, that's his head. So they came over, and after that, I mean, the family got sick, but mostly me, and I kept being sick through almost basically half of January of 2023. I will try to not jump around too much right now, so you can actually keep it like in chronological order in your head, and everything is gonna make sense. And I was sick for about almost 2 weeks. And again, it's rare. I don't get sick, and if I do get sick, I recover in like the next day. Like it takes me 24 hours of the sickness, and then after that, I'm full on good. So for me, it was weird. First of all, I was sick for more than 2 days, 3 days, 4 days. I kept being sick, and I was sick even at the 2-week mark, and I was not getting better. I wasn't getting worse anymore, but I was not getting better. Like there was this period where I was like, hey, dead. Okay, tiny bit better, and then I kept being there, which was not good. And I still had a fever. I still had a really, really bad headaches. I still had everything bad again. And therefore we called up well, at that point I was an adult, so not a pediatrician, but basically like a home doctor. We call it that. Everybody has like an assigned doctor. In the area they live, the closest main doctor to them is their assigned doctor. So basically we called her up, and then she was like, well, that's not good. Let me prescribe you some antibiotics. Cool. Turns out I'm allergic to antibiotics, and that's when we found out. Anyways, I got the antibiotics, I took it, and then we were like, something is not good. Something is not okay. What is up? What is up, Kyle? And my face started getting red. My neck started getting red, and at this point I didn't notice, but my chest was also really, really red. And then my mother was like, have you always had that color? And then I was like, what do you mean? I'm just chilling on the couch dying, as usual. There was nothing new for me in it. And she was like, was there something in the pillow? Because I'm not allergic to anything, by the way. I am gluten intolerant, but I'm not allergic to anything. So I was like, what do you mean? Is there anything on the pillow? What would be on the pillow? Like, 'cause she was like, because you might be having like an allergic reaction. Something might have like got in your skin. It's irritating. And I'm like, honey, I'm not allergic to anything. And she was like, wait, hold up, wait, yeah, that's true. So we are like, what's up? And then it started getting worse and worse. And she was like, just take allergy medication because she has really bad allergies. So I took some allergy medication, more than I should have technically, but a perfect amount for this. You will see why. And so I took it, and then I went back to the couch, and my mother was like, no, get up, just in case, just get up. So I was like just chilling somewhere else, and I still kept getting a bit worse. Like I was more red, like my, thankfully, like insides didn't start swelling up, but my skin was full on thick everywhere. It was like burning up, like in flames. And then my mother was like, I don't think that's normal. What did you take? And then, well, antibiotics. And we checked it. And she was like, wait, hold up. You actually never before, ever in my life, I've never taken antibiotics before. So we were like, wait, hold up. Uh-oh. So we called the doctor and we're like, okay, what is exactly this antibiotic? Because she's probably having an allergic reaction. And the doctor was like, take her to the hospital right now. But we're like, what's up? And like, no, right now, sit in the car and go to, I mean, it's New Year's. Literally, I think New Year's. Yeah, I think, yeah, it was like basically New Year's. I don't know if it was after or right before, I think right after actually. But it was still the holiday. So everything is closed. You're not supposed to go anywhere. And I think there is still like the mask thing going on. And here in Hungary, anyways. So she was like, no time, sit in the car right now. I can explain then, but please sit in the car. And it was actually very, very lucky that she picked up the phone because it was like almost midnight, basically midnight. Because we were like, it's, we got it. We forgot to take it when we got home. Let's just take it right now, the antibiotic. And then perfect timing, huh? So we had to go to the emergency room because apparently I'm allergic to penicillin. And good way to find out, huh? So, I know that I am allergic to something. Went to the doctor, and he was ready to give me an EpiPen and everything, and just somehow, I don't know, make me survive. But apparently, we had taken enough of the allergy medication that my mother has to like hold it back and not let it get worse. But it did get worse, but not enough for me to go into anaphylactic shock. I think that's how you say it. I know what it is, but I don't know if something came up. Anaphylactic shock. No Englishy. So, I did not go in there, but I was close. It was like the whole reaction was all over my chest and everything. The doctor was like, "This is happening." So he just recommended that I take as many doses as I did before coming in here, and if anything goes bad, I think he gave us something. It's like, just take that. Thankfully, it didn't get bad that much that we had to take that. I kept taking that allergy medication for like another week, and it took about another week for the reaction to like disappear from my skin. So I was full on inflamed, full on all over. It was not pretty. So for the first over 2 weeks, like almost a month, like over 2 weeks, so like almost 3, around that time, I was full on sick. And I was sick in a way that I also couldn't eat or anything. So at this point, I haven't eaten in 2 weeks, and I was like, something is weird, like maybe in the 2 weeks I'd eaten 2 potatoes overall. That was it, because it was cooked and I really portioned it out. So no food, only water, a little bit, for 2 weeks. I had lost 2 kilograms. Interesting. I mean, yeah, I wasn't moving that much, but I was still like, trying to like walk around and everything, trying to at least keep a little bit active, keep my metabolism up and everything, but no. So I was like, something is weird, in my opinion, anyways. And after I started getting better, I kind of started getting my appetite back, but I was like, something is not the same. Like, I cannot eat as much. My stomach cannot handle the same types of food. Someone was like, what is this? And I was like, you know what? Let me use that as a positive, right? So at this point, before getting sick, I was 66 kilograms, and now this is out in the open. And you probably can see it from my previous videos and everything. I've never been too big, never been too small, no nothing. but at that point I was overweight, and you would be like, there's no way. Like, no, everybody tells me you weren't that fat. I was like, yes and no. Technically, body fat wise, I wasn't too fat, but I was very, very muscular. I had really, really high muscle content. Therefore, everything was much thicker and everything worked differently on my body. And in general, I'm not like a really feminine looking person. My secondary female characteristics, just like characteristics, just never really, came in, I guess. I really have like a child's body on that, on that sense. Okay, it's a ball. I was like, what is it chewing on? And even when I was heavier, I still didn't have it. So for me, like, fat doesn't really go to those places. So whenever I like looked at myself, I was like, since when is this a woman? What is this? I was like, but it's me. And I was like, okay, so if I cannot do a woman, I might just well just do a man, right? I could be a man, bro. So I wasn't doing any like transition or anything. For me, like more like mindset wise, and also people didn't really see me as either a girl or a woman. For me, I was just like I was a separate category. Just just leave me there. Okay, Vivi, that was enough. Thank you. Stay away. So it was a really like separate category lifetime for me mostly. So I was like, well, if I act like a girl, like a general, view of girls, if I act like a girl, I'm not taken seriously. Nobody cares what I say. I was like, okay, maybe that was enough. Thank you. Bye. Peace out. And I didn't even say anything. I actually just look in the direction. They were like, okay, bye. Okay, I've had enough of you. Thank you. You're too much. Leave. So I could never technically at all have friends, socialize really well. I basically always just witnessed everything. I wanted to do it, but nobody would let me in. And it was a really weird thing because I am really good at like socializing, I guess. I really know how to assimilate because that's all I ever had to do. Nobody assimilated me into anything because I was never put into any group. So for me, I'm really good at like, basically that's why I guess I kind of became an actor, because I'm really good at doing that on a very natural level, because I had to learn how to do that at a very, very, very young age because I never had friends. So, that does make you go down that road. But anyways, again, not too much psychology because we do have a timeline to go through, right? So, where was I though? I know in the timeline where I was. But yeah, like, like I was like, okay, if I dress as a lady, if I dress as somebody who's supposed to be me, like when you just have like a definition of me, okay, let's say 20-year-old, 21, but like 21-year-old female, right? Short, blue eyes, long hair. You can imagine something, right? When you looked at me, you were confused. I was like, what? These? So for me, I also like didn't fit into the category. And whenever I did try to like either dress or behave or something, like, the general description of like let's say a girl or like a female person of my description would be like, age, like social status, I guess, and everything. It never fit. It never fit and always looked really, really bad. And just like, it wasn't ugly per se. It was just just no. Everything was clashing. Nothing was good. So like whatever I put out, nothing was good. And what really did make me self-conscious is because I was bullied a lot in general, all over my lifetime, but especially in school and in high school, the lovely thing started. I was getting bullied because of my weight. And at that point, I wasn't even heavy. At that point, I was 53 kilograms. And I am not tall. I am short, but I'm like average height. I am 5'3". So that is not heavy, but I was thick because I had a lot of muscle. So even if I had the same amount of fat as everybody else, I was much thicker because again, I had a lot of muscle. So even right now, I have 36 point something, so like 37, about 37 kilograms of muscle. That will come in handy later. At that point, I had 38 kilograms of muscle, which is cool because again, I was 53 kilograms. You can see that it's technically a high muscle to fat ratio because there isn't that much fat, even though I am short, but still. I was getting bullied because I was way too fat, I was way too big, right? So I was like, that's not good. So I've always been a little bit more self-conscious in a way that I didn't feel self-conscious about it. I was okay with it, but it felt like I made everybody else uncomfortable. And that didn't really help anything because whatever I put on, it made me feel uncomfortable. Plus, it would have made other people uncomfortable as well. So it was like multi-level whatever marketeering, huh? So it was a very confusing time. It still is, but now in different aspects of life. So overall, it's always been like very confusing. So I was self-conscious. So I took this chance of, oh, I'm sick. I haven't eaten in 2 weeks, in over 2 weeks, and my appetite is returning a little bit, but not the way technically that it used to be back in the day. I never really ate that much. Again, mostly high muscle content, still a lot of fat at 66, but you know, even at 66, I was still 38 point something kilograms of muscle. At that point, it's not too high. It's a lot of muscle, but like compared to fat, it's not too much. So I was musculous, right? And I want to say something about that. Hello, spider. I lost the wave. I had a full-on thought process. I lost it. Hello. Sorry, it's my friend. Yeah, I do have friends now. Ah, she's eating pomegranate. John. Okay. I forgot. Shruti. So, anyways, I was self-conscious. So I was like, let me take Shruti's here. Let me take this as a chance to like just lose some weight, right? I mean, it's been a long time. I'm probably gonna lose some weight. So I checked it, and again, I lost 2 kilograms, which is like even little for just water weight. And I'm like, something is not good. So anyways, I kept doing it. I kept doing like basically only eating as much as my stomach lets me, only eating foods that I actually want to eat. So basically intuitive eating. It kind of worked. It did go into a little bit into like ED category, but like let's not talk about that because at the same time I have it and I don't. Long story, because I absolutely do not care. I do not have any like fears, no nothing. It's not disrupting my life, no nothing. It's just I'm like, I don't want to eat that, so I'm not gonna. So basically, it's that. And sometimes I can like over obsess over foods, but like not really like mindset wise. I'm like, I need that. Oh my god, I need that. So like back in 2021 it was eggs. I don't know, I just loved eggs so much, but like sunny side up, perfect. Now not that much, but I for the longest time I've been obsessed with oatmeal, and right now onions in soup in general. I'm obsessed with soup. So like again, like I have those things, but apart from that, nothing. um I'm petting my dog, so at least I'm not full on lonely, right? I do have a little puppy. A little puppy. Um, yeah, it's difficult to keep track. But yeah, I was like, okay, let's continue. So I did that, and very, very slowly. I mean, I kept exercising a lot. Like I'm exercising every day normally, except now that I'm sick. But my VO2 max is 50 now. I worked up. It's great. So much better. At that point, my VO2 max I think was like 28 or something. It was really down. I was really not in a good place. Even then, I was exercising every single day, but I was just not. I was in a really bad place. I don't know why. Could not get out. Could not lose the weight. I gained muscle very easily, but still, I couldn't get the cardiovascular health, and like I couldn't get my cardio health up. So it was a difficult time, but I kept doing it. I kept at it. And by summer of 2023, I was able to go down to I think 56, and for me that was a huge thing. It's absolutely big because me too, because I haven't been below 60 in so many years, and again, I'm short. So, and I'm not calling anybody fat or big or no nothing. It's for me and for my lifestyle. The amount of exercise I was doing, the types of foods I was eating. I've been on a gluten-free diet because again, I'm intolerant, not because I'm American. Again, no drag, no nothing. I'm just trying to make jokes here. And for since 2019, So for 6 years now, I've been on the gluten-free diet. So it's not even, oh, you eat too much pasta, you eat too much bread. None. You eat too much pizza. None. I haven't had pizza in so many years. Not that I wanted, literally, like because I'm intolerant, my body's like, so like, thankfully, no cravings or nothing. I don't want to eat it actively, especially. I'm like, So even if someone is like full on eating in front of me, the best smelling, best looking, whatever food they have, if it has gluten, I literally no. That's a piece of cardboard. Nothing. I think I would even have a better reaction to cardboard, I guess, because I could eat cardboard. But yeah, so I finally went down to like 56, and by the end of 2023, I was able to go down to 52, I guess. My goal was to hit 50, but mostly like just dip below 50 by New Year's. And I technically kind of did that. I hit 50. I did, but like 50.9. So like just barely what I was like, dude. And again, it was a big thing because at that point, that's 16 kilograms. And basically in a year. And it wasn't a slow, it wasn't a fast. Shitty. He says again that he's thirsty. So let's try again. And let's see if I can maintain my thought process. In the meanwhile. Okay, he was thirsty. So, hello. So yeah, I did go down to 50, and then I never really had a goal. I was like, let's see how much I can lose and how I will look. My biggest goal, actually, I did have one, but it was like kind of like a wish. Like, if only, it was always 47, because when I used to be around like 13, 14, again, I had the exact same body as I do now. I have a lot more muscle and much less fat, but overall, basically same body. So I never like really like matured, as you would say, into a woman. Shitty. I guess my body is just not like that, I guess. Shitty boy. So technically I have the exact same type of body. So I was like, why not, just do that? Let's see what it looks like. That was always my idea. I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna look so amazing. And I thought that even at like 52, 51, 50, 49, whatever, I will look so amazing. I will look so much like a woman. Because technically I did grow up. I'm not 13 anymore. I'm 10 years older than that. So more, but still 10 years older than that. So you would just think that, like I had this fear, I was like, I'm gonna get down and it's gonna look so great. Because I was losing weight, I was like, I look more and more feminine. I feel better. Because again, I was exercising, I was eating well, I'm extremely healthy right now. My blood work, you should see that. Again, VO2 max 50. I am doing absolutely lovely. I work out. And again, mental health, we're gonna get back on that. But like I am improving everything. I'm very active. I have friends. So like everything is looking very nice. And like, I don't know how to say it. So like my overall confidence also improved, not because of the weight loss, because I was putting in every single other thing and I was working at it. So weight loss technically had everything to do with it and nothing to do with it. Everything I did that accompanied, yeah, that's how you say it, accompanied the weight loss was the process and not the fact that I weighed less. So before anybody starts coming at me for anything, watch this be the second most viral video I have apart from the 39-hour one, huh? Yeah, 39 hours. I recently picked it up again, but not that much. I remember most of the things that I learned. My fingers still have it as a memory, but my brain not too much. But yeah, so I had this view in my head, I'm gonna look amazing, because as I did, and I started looking better and better. And as I started looking better, I started noticing flaws I never noticed before. Or I did, but I just didn't care because my weight was more important. like it was a bigger problem, I guess. Mostly the fat. Again, not weight. I didn't care about the weight. It was the fat itself. Because I was like, no matter what I did, it was just like, I don't want to go into that. It's like, again, personal things. I don't want to trigger anybody or anything. It really bothered me because I was like, that's not me. That is not me. It represents something that I am not, and that's all people can see. Like, there was this time when I was on set, and we were talking about just general things, and how there was this one dude who kept going around and was like, I bet I can look at you and I can tell you what sport you do or that you don't, because somebody was bigger, I guess. And then he like listed everybody, and then he skipped me, and I was like, at this point, like, I'm in the middle of the people you listed. How do you forget? And I was like, so what about me? He said, well, I didn't say anything because you don't do anything. And I'm like, bro, I'm a full-on active. I was sitting and he was standing up. I'm a full-on active athlete. And he was like, sure, what sport do you do? I was like, well, at that point, I was still kind of doing at home rhythmic gymnastics, but mostly just general like weight training. And a lot of Just Dance. I've been an active dancer since I was very, very small. Even yesterday, I did over an hour of Just Dance. So, and actively. So I just looked at him like that, and he was like, in your dreams, princess. Yeah. So, and I was like, what do you mean? And then I looked and I was like, oh my God. And then I actually saw, I was like, I really don't look like somebody who works out at all. Because I'm a woman, my fat distribution is different than to like a man, right? I'm gonna have more fat around basically everything, but it's a different structure as well. So basically, even if I do have a lot of muscle, if my fat is there and it's a bit thicker, and it will be because I was overweight, but even just as a woman, you're gonna store more fat. That's just the way it works, and it's gonna be distributed differently, right? But because I don't have the secondary female characteristics and they don't store fat like that, even though my fat content is low or also high, it's gonna be different. It's gonna look different on somebody else. So because my fat is not distributed in areas, it's gonna be distributed everywhere else evenly. So I had a lot of fat everywhere. So even though I have really, really big arms, even now they're like strong and you can see they're muscular, nobody could see there was any ounce of muscle on it because of the fat covering. It just looked like I was so thick with fat. Even legs was like, there's not a thing of muscle in there. It's just full on fat because of the way my fat is like distributed and everything. And now that I've lost weight and I was able to keep the muscle, most of it anyways, I lost like 2 kilograms of it and that's it. I mean, okay, I will reveal it in a second. So compared to that, you can see how much definition I would have had. And you can see how muscular I actually am if the fat is not covering it. And technically, I don't eat much. I eat a lot. To be honest, I eat a lot. Sometimes I eat more than I would want to. I don't gain weight because that is the thing. I fix my metabolism and I still keep intuitive eating. And also, I do limit my meals to like 3 times a day, not because I want to, it's a diet, no, it's because that's how it comes out to be, I guess. So for morning, every single time I eat a bowl of oatmeal, I don't know, like take it in my hand, put it there, cook it. I have chia seeds in it as well, normally coconut flakes, but I ran out. I cook that and I have I started drinking coffee. That's another thing. I won't get I won't get into that in this live stream. I have those together. I take my vitamins. I actually also take ashwagandha because as my previous videos and like, as I talk about headaches and everything, my nervous system is extremely active. I have very, very overly sensitive, problematic nervous system, but it's okay. I am full on managing it. I do break down a lot, but again, I can feel that it's from my nervous system. So technically, I'm full on okay, but it does hit like that because of the weather. Literally, weather can trigger it. And I don't really get headaches anymore. I solved it with taking a lot of magnesium and a lot of salt. So because of that, I don't have to rely on my tea anymore or painkillers or anything. So technically, I fixed that problem. So it was a nervous system problem. not the way that we thought it was, but it really was. So I take ashwagandha to like calm myself down. It really does help wonders. I can only take one pill because I'm supposed to take two, but two overwhelms my thyroid to a point where I had a full-on panic attack. Um, where did the where did the balloons come from? The full-on panic attack in the middle of set because I couldn't breathe. It was very, very hot. Anyways, I was overwhelmed, and like a lot. It's a very long story. I will not get into that. I was full on falling to the ground. I was fainting, and after that, my body just overreacted. And the medics said it was a panic attack. I have panic attacks before that did not feel like that. It was full on fainting spell, and then my body was like, I'm dying. Hello. So they had to get me out of the corset and everything. Yeah, cool stuff, huh? So, anyways, I spent the other hour breaking down. Mostly body wise. In my mind, I was full on present. I even made jokes and everything, and they were like, "Honey, you're full on falling apart. What do you mean? What do you mean the sky is up?" Inside joke. So, and at that point, I was taking 2 ashwagandha per day, and then I did some research, and it overwhelmed my thyroid as well. So that can cause fainting spells and everything else put together with the stress, the no breathing, the corset, the heat of sitting in the sun in I can't even tell you how many layers of clothing. Very, very hot in like 43, I guess 40, it was 43 around degree weather, no air, no nothing. Yes, your body can actually quite, give up, especially plus ashwagandha, right? So I limited it to one, and it fits perfectly. So I take ashwagandha, I take a lot of magnesium, and I have a multivitamin, and I take those with my oatmeal and coffee. And after that, for lunch, I usually make a soup which has a little bit of kolbas. I'm Hungarian, so I'm gonna do that. A little bit of kolbas, a lot of onions, rice, and a few spices. And I think that's it. If I have fish, I need fish. I miss fish so much. I don't have money. I really don't have money. But because of university, I haven't been able to go to work. I really do not have money. I'm in very, very big trouble. So last Friday, I went to register again with my short hair. I did some makeup and again, new body as well. To be like, hello, you can, have me again. You can call me, you can go to work, something. Anyway, so hopefully I will get some jobs now that I've changed the way I look, and I can actually look like the things that I do, and it actually fits my lifestyle. My current body that I have, and you look at me, it's a very, very accurate representation of the state I am in and the lifestyle I lead and everything. Back then, it just felt like a lie. It full on just felt like a lie. It wasn't in the wrong body. It was, my body was wrong for me because it felt like such a lie, and it was literally a lie. Like I was wearing a costume, and I wasn't. That's what my lifestyle choices put me to. Every state, everything that my body was in, my like outside from the world, like outside forces played on my body, the way I reacted to those, and then the way I tried to deal with those, and then what effects that had, and then everything, it just piled on, and then it became that. It resulted in that body. So when I changed a lot of things, it changed a lot of things, and now everything is settled. Again, I fixed the root problem, and now everything is fixed. Even if I, again, do eat a lot overall, because I'm very muscular, I do burn a lot more calories. So, and also I'm very active. So next time I do work out, I will burn them off and everything. So it really does not cause a difference. It's not going to ruin, it's not a metabolism killer, no, nothing. I've been seeing so many videos like, oh my God, this is a metabolism killer. What do you mean? No, that's not how it works. It doesn't kill. It is basically used to scare people. Ma'am. He says he's thirsty again. I don't believe that. It's a very long rant. I've been keeping a lot of these in, and I have so many opinions. But again, because nobody cares, I never share it, and I wouldn't want to, because opinions can change. So maybe tomorrow there will be an aspect of this that basically changes the whole view on the whole thing. So this will be labeled as misinformation even from my end, even though I said it, because a part of my opinion changed and it did change my whole view on things, right? But anyways, now weight reveal, right? I used to be 66. I am down to 46. People might say, oh my God, that's way too skinny. If I show you my body, it does not look skinny. Okay, it is tiny. I have a very small body now, but I look very healthy. I have a lot of muscle. It looks great. Again, no female stuff, and that's where we're gonna get into like the psychological aspects of the whole thing in a bit. So 20 kilograms officially, and people are like, oh, you didn't ever have to lose that weight. And but then they're like, but I'm glad you did, because again, I look amazing. And it's not because I lost the fat. It's not, I mean, it is because I lost the fat. It's not because I lost the weight. It's because of the every other work I did. It's the energy I come into the room with now. It's the outfit I come into the room with now, and how everything complements everything. Everything fits. It's not a lie anymore. Therefore, you look amazing, darling. Thank you, I do. Move on. I'm gonna try to let him in to drink again. We'll be back with the regularly scheduled programming in a bit. And yes, I have to stand there and watch him drink, because if I even move a muscle, he just was like, I'm not gonna drink, and then he's not gonna drink for hours, and he's gonna be like, anyways. So you know what? You too, if you're watching this live, nobody's watching it, but if you're watching it afterwards, drink some water, please. So okay, again, my friend, I actually got a message right after I responded to her, but I didn't see it. So I responded to it now. So at 47 minutes, you're actually quite caught up in what's up. I mean, there are obviously things I could elaborate on, but again, that would be way too much information, and it would never be the end, because everything connects to everything. So now we're going to talk about like the psychological aspects, and I will call it healing, I guess, but mostly it's fixing patterns, fixing behavior, fixing not just physical, mostly mental things that like rewiring your brain basically. So cognitive behavioral therapy is one of the things that I have been doing for a while. The reason why I'm turning this way is because then my face is actually illuminated. You can kind of see stuff. Originally, I didn't want to. I wanted to position my computer very differently, but it was dying, and I had to plug it in. So now this is the only way the cable can reach. So this is what you get. Okay, so I'm not gonna go too much into where I already was, because I don't actually have it full and figured out. So I will start with the same mindset that I was telling you in the beginning when I started the live stream, which is basically a man, right? So I grew up as a dude. Just to explain again, I don't feel like a guy. I am not a guy. I know I'm a female person. I know everything. I know who I am. I'm telling you about mindset and the way the world treats people, and then as a response, how they do that. So for me, because literally never was I feminine. Whenever, as a girl, obviously I'm a small child, I did something. Again, I'm not family. So I'm not talking about my father and my mother or my sister. No, nothing. I am talking about everything else outside of that. So this is my family that I just described. Everything. I'm talking about everything outside of that. Ow. I'm sorry. I thought it was gonna hurt much more, but it didn't. I hit my elbow on the chair. And that was a stupid noise. I don't know why I made that. Anyway, sorry, no. So I'm gonna first talk about like parents. My parents raised us as children. We weren't specifically girls, we weren't boys, no nothing. We grew up with dudes. We had brothers, not literally. It was a all my sisters are girls. And so we grew up with guys and they were technically our brothers. They technically still are, but they're grown up now, they have their own lives and everything. So for us, we knew clearly the difference between guys and girls and whatever, but at the same time, we weren't raised as a girl. We were raised as a child. So we weren't like, oh, you can't do that because you're a girl. Oh no, no, no. People always said is like, oh my god, you're oh that's such a cute boy you got. And then I'm standing there, I'm a girl, and they were like, ooh. So I did look like a dude. I did have the same haircut. Everybody had the same bowl cut. Come on. So it wasn't really specific to us. It was just we had a bowl cut and we looked like dudes. Um, so we weren't forced to wear pink. We weren't forced to wear skirts. No, nothing. We did wear them when we wanted to. When we didn't, we didn't. So basically, my parents were like, "Okay, so here are the options." They chose basically the most cute looking, the ones that would actually fit us, fit our bodies, fit our personalities. They chose those, and mostly they actually didn't choose it. We got it passed down from the guys or other people we knew and everything. So technically, we never really had our own clothes. We never chose them. But when we did, my parents were like, "Oh, this fits the child. Let's see, which one do you want to choose?" We never went shopping with them, and we were like, "Oh, I want that one," and then we wore that. So there was no thing because of this. There was no over explaining. There was no nothing. My parents were like, "Okay, so do you want to wear this one or that one?" We were like, "That one," and we're like, "Okay, then wear that one." And end of conversation. Never even thought about it. No nothing. So from that perspective as I came from, when we entered the real world, let's say, or just people in my kindergarten or school or whatever, I still had the same mindset. I'm really oblivious, by the way, to a lot of things, most things actually, but especially this as well. I never noticed. The only thing I noticed is that I wasn't acting like the girls and I wasn't dressing like the girls. I was more on the guy's side. So, and again, I grew up with not as a view of like I'm a female, I'm a male, I'm a girl, I'm a boy. I didn't have that view. I was like, I'm me, and that was that. But again, no over explain, no nothing. I was like, I am me, and I choose what I do. And then that was the mindset that I did. I never thought about everything else, anything else. So that's why when I like nowadays I see what's going on, let's say in America and everything, I'm like, why are people so confused? Literally, why can't you just do you and then that's it? Why do we have to overdo those things? Where's that hair coming from? Why? Like, what is the debate on? How about again, we let children be children, we let adults be adults, and then everybody decides for themselves. We don't have to fight over that. But I'm not trying to like get into this debate. I have nothing to say over on that except my own experiences. I grew up fully fine with making my own choices, and then that was that. Because again, it doesn't matter what's going on outside of the thing that matters is what's going on in your head. Okay, no, this can be misinterpreted. I'm not saying any more on this. Oh my god, I'm gonna get myself canceled. Bro, I forgot I was online. Anyways, so basically what I'm trying to say is that I knew who I was, but I knew that the outside looked like a lie. But I didn't care enough or as actively to change that. Therefore, nobody else knew, and I cannot blame them for that. But oh my god, I forgot this was live. All right. I could have just edited this out. Maybe I should do. Yeah. Oh my god. Cool. Anyways, let's move on. Nobody's gonna watch this video anyway. Um, but again, this is not on that topic. This is about my life and in this scenario of just like acting or dressing up as things. But whenever I did something girly, I was always put down for it. So it was like, oh my god, you're such a girl. Oh my god, stop whining. Oh my god, stop. Okay, Vivi, that was enough. Like calm down, sit down. So it always had a negative reaction if I acted like a girl. Basically, the stereotypical. Basically, I had a higher voice, higher pitched voice. If I wore a skirt, if I wore something relatively pinky or girly or something, I had a behavior or even a thought that was somewhat technically a girl, it was always very, very looked down upon. It was always hurt. So I was like, well then, okay, which behavior doesn't get hurt? By that's my plushie. By like what is the behavior that doesn't cause me to be hurt by the other people? Basically, the behavior the other people are doing. Oh, logical. So I started behaving more like my brothers, and suddenly life was merry. Everybody was accepting, everybody thought I was funny, everybody was enjoying my company, and I was like, that's so interesting. It's a good thing I have siblings, huh? Um, but again, they were dudes, which wasn't really a problem, but I grew up with this mindset that a dude would have when growing up. So basically, I grew up exactly in a way in my mind as somebody who was born a dude, grew up like that. I didn't think I was a dude, but I had the exact same mindset and the same logic and the same way it worked. So whenever girls would come to me with like just seeking opinions or like, hey, can you help me with this? Hey, I'm looking for experience. Can you help me figure this out? I was like, and I instantly knew how the guys' brains worked. I instantly knew I could give the advice and everything, and it always worked. Meanwhile, I never had any experience. It was just the thought process and the mind and the everything. So whenever I even got dressed or anything, I was like, oh, this is even relatively girly. You that. I'm a dude. So I was literally wearing men's clothes and everything. And it didn't look bad on me. It wasn't flattering. But overall, it was basically the best option. It looked better than the girl clothes. So again, we're back on that. That in general, I either have like a very childlike build, but mostly like a dude. So because I have wide shoulders and non-existent hips, I am an inverted triangle. Therefore, and also I have very like long torso compared to legs. So when I'm sitting, I can be as tall as I only have tall friends because everybody's tall around me. And when I'm sitting, I look the same height as everybody. The dudes, the girls, doesn't matter. We stand up. I stay behind. They're there and I'm here. Bro, because I don't have legs. I do have legs. I have really, really short legs. So again, I'm not tall. I'm 5'3". What are we doing, right? And so for me, it was more convenient to wear the guys' clothes because they literally fit my body. So I was like, oh, so for me, it was like a conscious choice, even though I didn't want to choose it. That was the only thing I could choose in the state I was in, to be like, okay, I'm behaving like a dude. I'm acting like a dude. I'm dressing as a dude. But you could see it was basically my cry for help, keeping the long hair. It says I'm light. I got distracted by it. I kept the long hair, and I wanted to keep it as long as possible. You saw how long my hair was. It was basically my cry for help, being like, even though I look like this, even though I'm dressing as a dude, look at me, I'm a girl. Because only girls have long hair. It was a very childlike thought process, but basically it was like, the more your hair is long, the more of a girl you are, basically. So like short hair girls were like more guy, like tomboyish, right? And then long hair, they're like more feminine, right? So I was trying to keep it that way. It was not balanced. Actually, it was making everything worse. But still, for me, it was like, please, at least see my hair. I am a girl. So I was trying to do that, but it was like something out of my hands. I was living in this body, in this state. That was a lie. It was not true to me, but at the same time, that was the most true to me according to everything else that was happening. So that was basically the best I could do with the resources that I had, because this is a psychology, because I thought those were the best things, the best resources that I did have. So, okay, how to explain this well that most people get it? Because even growing up, I was bullied a lot, and again, outside of family, I do come from an abusive family and everything outside. So not this. Because of that, I have really, really toxic people in my brain. I have those people in my brain and their sayings. And those were the only thoughts I had for the longest time. So whenever I had a thought, it wasn't me thinking, it was them breaking me down. So basically, even though I got away from said abusive people, said toxic people, they kept going in my brain, shooting them cat, and they were not getting out. They were very much in it, and they made a space, and I let them live in there, because I thought, because again, I didn't have other thoughts apart from them. I let them live there for far too long, for literally my whole life. I started changing the way I think, the way my life is, the outlook on life and everything, a few months ago. Literally September, I guess. In summer was the change, the physical change. 2024 summer was the physical change that allowed me to, because my whole life shifted. I can't even tell you, my whole life shifted, and in a way that allowed my brain to be like, maybe what we have in here is not the only reality we have. Again, I'm Buddha, right? Sorry, that's what I'm learning right now. I have to prepare for my exam. And if that hadn't happened, I wouldn't be here right now overall, but in mindset and everything. And if I didn't make the body changes, the habit changes mostly, then we wouldn't even get to the part where my life was able to change, plus my mind was able to change. And now we are fully set on the healing journey. And I will elaborate on that in a little bit. So because of those mindsets and habits that I was doing, and I was destroying myself from inside my head, because of that, those were the only options I saw. So I was like, why would I be allowed to wear something that I like? I'm not allowed to like anything. I'm not deserving of that. Who am I to even force that on people to look at that? For example, I want to do my hair. Oh, you think so highly of yourself. You should have done this instead of showing off whatever. Oh, you think you look nice? Think again. Maybe spend less time on that and more time on something else. So like, I couldn't even wear a ring, no jewelry whatsoever. I don't even have my ear spears, by the way. It's a choice. It wasn't related to this. I didn't like it. Also, I have very tiny ears and very small earlobes, so it would look stupid. But again, I just didn't want it. I didn't want to deal with it, so I just didn't get it done. No specific reason. So like, that did limit the amount of jewelry I could wear, because I cannot wear earrings. No necklace, no bracelet, no ring, no nothing. Only thing I did wear was my watch. That was it. And even that, I was only wearing it because it was a fitness watch. If it would have been a regular one, I would have been like, who am I to be important of the time, you know? Like, oh, I think I'm such an important person that I need to have the time. Like, did my sister come home? I have to check. Give me a second. It's loading. No, it says she's still at work. Okay. Yeah. But what was I saying? But yeah, I wasn't, again, not from outside. It was coming from in here. Everything that stayed from those people. I wasn't allowed to have hobbies. I did them in secret. Not even my parents could know about it, because I was scared that if they found out, they would react the exact same way as the people in my head, my thoughts did, the other toxic people, right? So I never had friends because of that either. Like, who am I to think that I'm deserving of friends? Who would even want to pay attention to me? By the way, every single friend that I did have was basically using me to do their things. I did their homework. I carried their stuff around and everything, because I thought that, oh my God, finally someone took pity on me. I should make sure it lasts. You know, at least I'm not alone now. So I did get into a lot of those types of relationships with people. I never full on had like a relationship. I'm talking about friendships. Because again, I did have the good foundation that didn't allow a full breakdown, just most breakdown, right? So I was like, okay, cool. Nobody's taking advantage of me apart from myself. Okay, thank you. So I never had the friends. The only friends technically I did have was 2 people, I guess. And okay, fine. I had 2 other, the main people in high school. We were 3, but we spoke outside of school, but they had a really close, I mean, they grew up together. They were like sisters, and I was just there. So I never considered myself too close to them, because I never was able to get anyone close to me. Like, I never actually let anyone in, because when I did, they would always just leave. So it was for me a better thing to just, you know, I'm active in their life. I'm ready for everything. Just let me know. I am here. I'm ready to give my full heart, my love, and I'm okay with you not reciprocating it, because nobody ever did. So why would I expect that, right? Who am I to expect to be given love? Again, these questions. What is this? So the thing about that, yeah, I can literally count. Maybe I have 4 friends overall. 2 of them were, and then we were the group. So never any. So for me, it was the big thing is I work on myself. Everything I did at home, every hobbies, everything that I was interested in, nobody ever knew about. Not even my parents. Literally, not even my parents. And it lasts for a very long time. I only started again since like September that I started breaking these things as well. My parents didn't even know that I was going to university because I was I did not let anybody know. Literally nobody knew about it. I was the only person, and one of the 2 people from the 3 group, because I had to ask for help. I was like, "How do you do this?" But it was only because I was running out of time, full on. Like I had 2 minutes to hand it in. After that, I couldn't apply for university anymore. I was like, "Oh, I'm stuck. Please help me. Which one to press?" And she was like, "That one." I was like, "Thank you. Okay, peace, bye." So. And I mean, I will blame my sister a little bit right now, just a little bit. It wasn't coming from her. She was also repeating what people said to her. And she was basically lashing out on herself, but I was the one hearing it. And technically, I was the one she was saying it to. I knew it. I know it wasn't coming from me personally. So, like, I never took it to heart like that, but it did get to my heart, obviously, because it was my sister saying it, saying a lot of these things too. So, and she was saying it a bit louder than the rest of the people and much later, even when we cut those toxic people out of our lives. Originally, I wanted to go to university. That was my original plan after high school. I was going to go to university in Finland. um yeah, that was a big plan. I was excited. I was like, this is a huge chance. This is a big shot at life. This is my big moment, right? I was excited. I was like, I'm gonna have a life. The world, the end of the world is not here. I can actually do this, right? And then that's when my sister started giving me the speech of how she was never able to achieve anything because she dropped out of high school. She finished high school after that. She even went to university. She just never finished it. And now she's working at a hotel. Perfect. So, but at that point, she was a very low point in her life, and then she was like, "I never finished high school. I dropped out. What gives you the right? What gives you the thought even that you could do it? Why are you taking it from me? What makes me so much? What makes me so much better than her? What is what?" And then she was like going on and on and on, and then I was like, you know, she is right. I actually don't deserve to go to university either, let alone in Finland. Who am I to think I'm so important that I get to go abroad and do that? It's a very Hungarian mindset, by the way. Um, but but yeah, so at that point I was like, okay, I don't even deserve to get the good grades. So I even stopped studying. So I wouldn't, because everybody always told me, oh, you have it so easy. Oh, for you it's so easy. Oh, that's not fair. That's not fair. Just think of the others. At least be respectful of the others. My English teacher also told me that when I actually wanted to ask something and wanted to just literally just give a little bit of positive criticism in a way that constructive criticism. I wanted to help because I know the class and I know how they interact with the teacher and everything, and I know what interests them. So I was like, I was trying to be like, what if in some of the classes we try maybe doing this a little bit more playfully, or like maybe go more on this topic and try to teach them like that because the class is very interested. Maybe it would actually help them. And then the teacher was like, oh my god, you think you're so smart? I'm the teacher. Who are you to say anything? And also, just because I'm naturally talented or like naturally gifted or something, just because I'm an English genius, it doesn't mean that I can like break down others. And basically telling me that I was calling him stupid, I was calling the class stupid, I was ready to take over. And I was like, honey, what? So because I was the one in high school, I was the only one in high school, especially in that part of the class, that didn't speak English at all. I grew up learning German. I learned it for 12 years, and I only learned English on Duolingo. I actually have videos on that and everything. So when I go in there for high school and then I get one of the highest scores just from Duolingo, and my priority is in Team Wolf and Smosh, but that's the other thing. But like actual language learning was Duolingo. I go in there and I have almost one of the highest scores. People were like, something is not adding up, right? So the teacher kept being mad at me, I guess, just for actually speaking English, being okay with speaking English, not having the worst pronunciation in the class, because they thought I would have the worst grammar, worst pronunciation, worst vocabulary, and everything. And then there I was doing perfectly good, basically being a native, okay, nice, a native speaker. I wouldn't say natural as well. So a native speaker, and they were like, okay, cool, that's just showing off. You think you're so good, just go leave us be in the dirt and whatever. This mentality. And so the teacher lashed out on me, and I was very broken after that. And after that, I was like, okay, do I have an advantage over the others, or are they at a disadvantage? What is happening? And actually, that made me have small actions throughout my life in general that made me take away my advantage that people said. So I've always been a very, very good student, but in a way that I never had to study. I paid attention in class, I did my homework, and then that was that. Literally no time spent on it. I was able to do whatever I wanted. I had so much free time and everything. So for me, Shruti, I never really realized what the big deal about school was, because it's always been easy. It's always been very simple. I look at it and I was like, yeah, I got it. So like even when math test was coming or something, it was supposedly a really difficult thing. And then people were like, oh my God, did you study? I studied so much, and I still, like, I'm so confused. I don't know if I studied enough. And I'm like, what do you mean? Why would I have to study? You look at it, you understand, and then you just fill in. What do you mean? And then they were like, so you won't understand. So basically that was the other thing, I guess. I wasn't mean about it. I wasn't like, Shruti. I was just really oblivious, because I literally had no idea other people were struggling with it. They said, and I thought they were joking, because sometimes I said, oh yeah, it was so difficult, and it really wasn't. So for me, after a certain, like, these small things, I started doing patterns that would take away that advantage, basically being smart, I guess. Not knowledgeable, though. No, I'm really not knowledgeable because I'm lazy as well. So I started not learning whatsoever. Literally, I'm in one of the highest universities in, so I'm in top university in Hungary. I'm in the top level, and one of the most difficult majors as well in the university. I'm in the top specialization. 15 people get in there, and I'm not studying. Literally, I'm not studying. The only thing I'm supposed to be studying right now, I'm doing a live stream. I'm not studying. Literally, I am not. And I'm using my knowledge of Korean, what I learned on Duolingo. I am still doing the same thing as I did in high school. I'm just full and laid back, and I never learn. So right now, I have average grades because I don't study. But my pride is there, so I cannot let it be the worst, right? So I will read it at least once. So even right now, I'm going into the exam as just reading the material and having been present in class. Basically, that's that. Because I'm always present in class, I always pay attention, everything gets in here. I don't have to study. And I know that sounds like, I'm not saying it like that. I'm just trying to put it into perspective that even in university, I am still causing myself bad things to happen to me and causing me so much stress and everything, just because I was told I have an advantage and the others are at a disadvantage because of that. So I'm trying to take away that advantage, so-called advantage that I have. It's not an advantage. It really is not, because it causes me a lot of disadvantages in life in general. For example, being really, really sensitive to the weather itself. So while people are just sitting in class, I'm full on there with a migraine. I cannot think. I'm falling apart. My body is shaking because it decided to rain that day. And then people are like, oh my God, for you, it's so easy because you just have to read it. Yes, that's how it works, bro. So that's one of the things. I always thought that, and I do it every aspect of life. Every aspect. I don't do anything until the very last moment. So it's basically like starting the race with an advantage. Like you have to go to last place, or you have to wait, or you have like like a penalty, I guess, like time penalty. You cannot start it because people have to have their time, and then you can go, and then that's fair, right? Basically, for me, it's like that. It's a very bad habit. I have to stop because it's causing me literally so much stress that I'm going to the bathroom to break down. And I cannot control my body. It's shaking. My tears are falling out of my eyes. I'm like, what is this? My body is overreacting so much because of the stress, because of what I caused myself to make it more fair. And I only realized this not that long ago because I never paid attention to patterns. And that is the other thing about like psychology and everything, is that you don't know yourself. You think you do. You do not. You do not know how to react. You don't know how your brain works. You think you do. No, you hear the thoughts that other people put into your head. What I thought, of course I know myself. Of course I knew myself. I knew the people around me whose thoughts I was inhibiting because that's all I heard growing up. I was destroying myself from the inside out because I knew myself and I was self-aware. I was not. I know so many things. I can do so many things. I can literally do anything if I want to because I am lazy. I do admit that. I am lazy. Honey, I play the piano. My voice is gone right now, but because I actually, fun fact, if you're singing, it's lowering stress levels. So, and I did hear it when I was like 10 years old that while singing, you physically cannot feel cannot feel fear. So I started singing whenever I was scared, and maybe I just gaslit myself. I don't know how true that is. I probably gaslit myself into thinking there's someone watching. Hello, you're probably gonna leave. Hello, but it was nice seeing you. Hope you have a good day. I basically gaslit myself into thinking that when I'm singing, I am not scared. So whenever, okay, they left. Whenever I was stressed or I felt fear, I either in my head, and not out loud, started singing. But recently, I've started singing out loud. I started going to like karaoke's and everything, and my voice naturally got a bit better. So just saying, I still cannot find the pitch. I mean, I did go deaf when I was a child. I don't know how close to that it is. Like, if it's just correlation or it's actually causation, I don't know. But it is difficult for me to find the pitch when I'm singing. When somebody else, I can full on hear it's me. Maybe like the resonations and everything. Or, yeah. But like, I'm okay musically. I have a tempo. I can learn any instrument. I can play an instrument. I even have an okay singing voice. I speak 4 languages. I'm learning the 5th. I can dance. I will say I can dance if there's a choreo. Recently, I've been learning how to improv as well, and I'm doing it well because I'm going to parties. I'm okay with speaking to people. I'm a really, actually, really social person, but I live with the reality. I'm starting to try to get it out, but honey, it's really, really difficult because my whole life has been like this. The past few months, no, it hasn't. And so it's really easy for me to just go back into old habits because that is the only habits I ever had, not this what I have now that I'm again restructuring my brain, literally rebuilding it. And so past 2 years, let's say, so 2023 entirety and 2024 entirety, I spent time shaping everything, but mostly body. Now I'm focusing on mental things while obviously keeping the body. So now I've done physical, I'm doing mental right now, and I am mental. I'm doing mental things right now. So hopefully things will be shitty better soon. It's a very slow process, but also a really fast one. Because if your brain decides to switch, it will, and then it will be like that. But until it decides to switch, it's not going to change, and that is the weirdest thing. You will only notice after it's actually happening. Like, why did I literally? What? That was a different person, like full on different thought process, different aspect of the brain, different part of the brain as well. So I started. No, like looking at myself and that was the other thing. I got friends. I have a best friend. When I made the watermelon video, I mentioned I have friends now. I had 2 friends at that point. One obviously fell out. Very, very long story. I'm not gonna get into that. But one obviously stayed. She's still here. Shiny. She was in the Rose video. Actually, all my friends were. Oh, okay. So she was Shiny. It's Shiny. That's who I was texting, and. No, she didn't text me. She's with her family right now abroad. So, She was in that video, and she's my absolute best friend. She's my wife. I'm her husband. The reason why we say that is that we basically act like that. It just happens to be like this. It doesn't have any meaning, no nothing. We're not actually involved like that. She's full on my best friend. I'm full on her best friend. But it's like, bro, everybody keeps misinterpreting that because we have a really healthy relationship, and people are like, that means that they're together. Honey, no. No, we could be if we wanted to, and we very much would be, and it would be an amazing thing. But since that's not the goal, we're not doing that one. So because of her, and she already did this healing journey, obviously she's still on the way, but she's doing much better than I am. I don't know how deep she was. I don't know, compared to her, how deep I am, or like overall how many problems, or how deep the problems are that we have to solve. But because of her, like, she's been my anchor. I've been really trying to be my own anchor, as Melissa said, be your own anchor. I'm really trying to be, but without Shiny, it is really difficult to do that because she's a constant, in a way that even when I'm spiraling, she is there. And even though I don't have any like mental illnesses or anything that I'm diagnosed with, when very long ago, when I made that video that I have ADHD, it was basically a suspicion of me. Probably yes, it's a very high chance of yes, but again, not diagnosed, never been to a psychologist or therapy, no nothing. So I don't know. Every professional that ever even looked in my direction, they were like, something is not good there, but I'm not gonna touch that because that is. That will fall, you know. I don't want to be the one breaking the card castle. So sorry. So what did I want to say? Oh yeah, so without Shiny, it's really difficult. And at the place I am actually in my brain is that sometimes I can get so spiral, like I can spiral so much, I can get so deep into my brain and outside of reality that I will convince myself that I made Shiny up. I am imagining Shiny because that is the only logical thing. She's not here. She's physically not here. I think only I'm texting her, but like, hello, because all my life, whenever I did have friends, they were imaginary. I used to write so many stories, so many scripts, so many literally full-on worlds and lifetimes have been lived in my head because of the stories, not because what I read, because what I made. So my brain is like, oh, you have a friend? You made that. Because actually, technically, that is true. I'm sorry, that is true. I wrote this series called Beyond Ourselves. And I even looked for actors and everything. We made a trailer. There's a channel, if you look it up, I think you can find it. And we were supposed to make it. Things went wrong. We didn't make it, whatever. But I have a lot of episodes written, a lot of script, literally so much. I have full-on booklets. It's in there. Not all of them. 2 are out somewhere else. But like I keep them, like not even water can get on them. They're sacred to me. There's like basically a Bible. And the funny thing is, Shiny didn't believe me because we were in a park one day, and I was like, I made you guys. And then she was like, what do you mean? So I was like, wait. Oh my God, it fits. And she was like, what do you mean? So I because I have it on Drive as well, because I digitalized most of it. So I pulled that up to her and I was like, read. She was reading and she was like, and more like, the whole time, like the more she kept reading, the more she realized what I meant. I full on wrote everything that was going to happen. I full on wrote the people inside. We could correlate exactly which person is which in our lives and everything. And everything fit literally perfectly. I wrote the whole thing. And I know it sounds like, but usually whenever I would write something, somebody would make it. And that's why I was like, you know what, I'm gonna write my own, not related to anything, because one of my hobbies would be that I really like the show or a movie, and I would write something in that universe to myself, never share it with anyone. It was just for entertainment. So I did that, and then next season, that's exactly what they're doing. And I was like, they even did it with Lucifer. Just saying, and I still haven't watched that season. I don't know, maybe because of like little like resentment because of that. I was like, that was supposed to be it, but probably because we just never made. We called it Nemesis. We never made our version, never actually shot it. So when I made the claim, people were like, yeah, Netflix stole it, huh? And I was like, but that's not what I meant. It was like clickbait, but still. So whenever I would write something, it would get made as well. But this was the only thing that didn't get made. And I was like, oh, maybe I finally have something on my own that I can do, right? Yeah, and then it actually came true. So we were like, bro. So these booklets have power. They are, again, sacred. They're getting kept in a safe place. So what I did, with Shiny after that, we kept paying attention to other things, and everything else, fit into the universe, fit into the categories, and fit into the story that I wrote. Everything is in there. And so we were like, so that was in 2018, 2019, right? We met in 2023. 4-5 years. Okay, so it comes true after 4 or 5 years when it's written. So we started writing again another story, but I don't think that's gonna come true like that, because like our lives are so different now compared to when we wrote that. I mean, even when I realized what I wrote, and when I wrote it, obviously was so different, but our lives are in a very different trajectory right now. So maybe that's why. I don't know, but we did write small parts of it. Just the beginning, just enough to summon the beginning of everything, right? So I do have that. It's in a different booklet though, and it's there. So we will see if that happens. And then we wrote it, and we were like so happy about it, and we're like, oh my god, it's gonna be so exciting. And then Shiny put the pen on, and she was like, now we gotta wait 5 years. And I'm like, I know, I waited for you. She was like, I'm sorry, I came so late. But anyways, the only people I don't have in that story were the rest of my friends that we have right now. So we have the gang. It consists of 6 people. 2 is us, and then 4 other people. We have the guys, 2 people, they're brothers, and I go running with them every Tuesday, as I mentioned earlier in this live. And Shiny also works with the guys. One of them is her boss. So again, connected, right? So if I say guys, that's what I'm talking about. If I say gang, we're talking about all of us. So we usually meet the gang in like parties. Not by accident. We meet up now. We're good buddies now. Everybody's like warming up. We've known each other for over a year technically, but last December that we met. And that's why I laughed. I'm like, oh my god, they're actually in the Rose video. They are in the Rose video. Every one of them. No, one is not. I don't remember him being there at all, though. I don't know. 2 of them are not in it because one wasn't in Hungary at that point, and the other one, I don't remember him in the video because I would have said hi to him, and I didn't say hi. Bro, I don't know. Anyways, two of the gang is in the video. 4 if you count Shiny and I. But yeah, they are nothing like I ever expected. They are absolute angels. And this really shows, like when people say relationships, like your relationships reflect the relationship you have with yourself. And that's stupid. That's full on stupid, right? No, it's not. That is both sad and funny about it. It's sad that it is true, but it's funny because it is true. Because when I started, doing therapy for myself, I started like fixing thought processes and thought patterns. I want to say that at the same time, and how Shiny was helping me through the whole thing, not being alone, actually having a friend, having a close friend, having a best friend. We're basically literally twins. Our entire lives are the exact same. We just grew up in different places. Like literally families, everything. We have the exact same people in our lives as well. So it is really, really crazy. We are literally the same people. She's younger than me a little bit, but apart from that, we're full on. Crazy. We're twinsies. But so but overall, no, personality is really, really different personalities. But like we can really complement each other, and probably that's why we were able to help each other so much, even in day-to-day life or any other aspect, because we can full on complement each other, not just by existing, but by working at it and everything. And somebody liked it. Thank you. They left though, but thank you. And so that's what's funny. So I was like, that's crazy how my life has improved. I have friends now. I have a social life. I'm the happiest I've ever been. I'm close to actually good people, like actual angels, fairies, flowers. I mean, people. I'm not talking about plants. Just like they are majestic, and toxic people and abusive people are out of my life. I don't let them in anymore. Because they actually, no, there was this one other person that I said, oh, I have friends now. Again, I had two friends. It was a very close three group, but we don't keep in contact with him anymore because of mostly what he did. I know it was a group effort, but at the same time, I don't take full responsibility for it. I take responsibility for the parts that I played, but the rest he did. So again, I will not get into that. But the thing is that he was able to think he was going to manipulate everybody, and he never thought I would see through him, because that's literally the same that I've seen growing up all around me. So he thought he was going to control us, ruin our lives. He did try. He thought he can play us like the smallest little violin, easy to hold and everything. And then I was like, hold up, dude, that's not, you don't do that. And he was like, oh my God, you changed. Like, yes, even the way I looked at him full on changed in that moment. The way as he took off his mask, I took off mine. Because I was giving him the benefit of the doubt, but definitely I was pretending to be a nice person to him. I was giving him so much patience, even though I knew what he was doing. I was like, but I will be the bigger person. I will not be the same as him. But when he took off the mask, I was like, okay, yeah, you're not doing this anymore. Peace out. Leave right now. And I gave a piece of my mind, and he didn't like it. He left. That's how you do it. If he hadn't done that, I would have made him leave. So it would have been a different thing. But people, like manipulative people and toxic people, even abusive people, never expect victims to stand up. They're like, I got a perfect victim for myself. They come up, they butter you up, the whatever, and then they think they have you. And then when they're like, honey, you're full on my, again, not this, extended. You're full on my extended family. How in the world did, bro, what's up? Okay, please leave. You're not gonna trick me. I do this to myself every single day in my head. You think I didn't realize those behaviors that you're doing, bro? So those people never expect me to actually stand up for myself or actually respond accordingly and not be a victim. So that's the other thing that I had to realize, that I do have power, and I do have power of over my life, over other people as well, even if I don't want to. Like, just my energy going into a room can full on change the full room. And it is crazy. But I also have the same energy that I know that will not affect the room whatsoever, because that's what I had most of my life. I trained myself to have that energy, but now that my whole energy is changing, I can alter the whole room. And when we walk in together with Shiny, like, I know it sounds like, but no, if only you saw us. But whenever we go into like a karaoke place, or like the parties we usually go to, it looks like we own the place, and people believe that. People are in awe. Like, you should see the eyes. You should see, like, seriously. We go there to perform, by the way. The amount of singing and dancing we do, and it looks good. It's a show. We should be charging money for that. But again, I'm not going into that. So just that wasn't achieved by me cutting my hair, me losing weight, or nothing. It's everything else that went along with it. The physical restraint of my hair being gone did help a tremendous amount, because there was this point we were in Cavens, and my haircut was supposed to happen a week before that. So I was already supposed to go to Cavens with short hair, and it didn't happen because it got delayed. It worked out perfectly. Literally, I can full on put astrologically and everything, like, bro, like, why the stars align that way and have it happen this way instead of the original plan. Crazy. Universe works in crazy ways, right? Um, but I was so frustrated. I full on broke down. I full on had a breakdown, and people were so nice. They were like, "Oh my God, who hurt you? I'm gonna be the mom." No, 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 just no, no, no. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. No, no. I will be the mom. Like, nobody hurt me. Like, no, just it's okay. I know. Just tell me the name. I will. I was like, no. Like, don't be scared for him. No. I'm gonna put him in his place. I was like, literally nobody hurt me. It's my hormones, please. I'm like, oh, you good, are you? So people like stayed with me, like petted me and whatever. So they were so nice. They were so nice. But it was just my hormones against me and my frustration about my hair. Yeah. Anyways, so that lifted a huge actual restriction, literally body restriction, because the reason why I broke down in the party was because no matter what I did to my hair, it was always hurting people. It was hurting me because if I put it down, I was way too hot. It was going everywhere. I had a lot of hair. You saw that. You can go back on the videos. You can see it. I had so much hair. It was very, very long. And I cannot jump around. I cannot enjoy the party. I cannot do anything because then my hair will move. But even if my hair doesn't move, other people are moving around me. They're getting into the hair. They're grabbing it. They're getting caught in it. They're pulling it. They're hurting themselves, especially because originally I went with a ponytail, which was the braided. That's a full-on rope. If I jumped around, I was full on hurting people and hurting me as well because it did hurt because it was heavy. So I was broken. I was like, I cannot enjoy the party. I'm making others not enjoy the party. What is this? I can say I took my hair out of what it was in, and then I think I just had it let down basically. But then I also couldn't do that. I had to keep doing this. I had to keep putting it like behind my back and everything. I still have that reflex, by the way, where I grab it from behind and I collect my hair so it doesn't go everywhere, mostly on other people. So it was causing physical issue. I was like, my hair needs to be gone. Like, it was a very different mindset that I finally got when I was like, my hair will leave. My hair is not my hair anymore. I was making a lot of changes. I was like, this is also part of it. It was nothing against my hair. I love my hair. I still love it. And I still take very, very good care of it. It was a very toxic relationship. Even Shani said, it was like, honey, you have a very toxic relationship with your hair. I'm like, I know that. My hair is amazing. I'm amazing. We're not compatible. We don't do it well together. So just because we have happy moments, the rest is miserable. Doesn't help. So me cutting it really did help. And they're not coming in. You can call them minion like Fanyugi. So that really freed me up. I think that makes sense. No English anyways. Again, not it's Duolingo English. It's Duolingo English. So all of those changes were not because of weakness, not because, because you think you deserve it. I mean, the others don't. What do you mean? Honey, I full on look like a model. Not face. I know what my face looks like. Excuse you. I am technically skinny. I wouldn't categorize myself as skinny. I'm lighter than I used to be, but I am very, very muscular. I'm full on fit. When I put on whatever outfit, literally I can wear whatever and I will look absolutely majestic. This is difficult because it's very boxy. But apart from that, everything I put on, I can full on look like a model. I have full on six pack. I have abs. I look great. And it shows with my energy. So when I got out of my haircut, at that point I already had, this body and everything. I get out of my haircut and then I'm like, honey, I am a model. Like instantly, like that. We left the salon. My energy just shining. I was like, I don't know what this is. I love it. I love it. Do not stop. And I never did. I was like, wait, I already feel like I like changed everything. Like I'm a different person. She was like, yes, you are. And I love it. Keep the energy. Like it's crazy how freed I became. And then there's someone in the hallway, so he just keeps barking, but they're not gonna come in, so it makes no sense. So when we first cut my hair, it was just barely reaching my shoulder. So it was there. Now it's there. So it got quite a bit longer. It was in September when we cut it. It's January right now. So it did grow quite some bit. I had bangs. It was to here, about here. Yeah, shorter parts were up there. Longer parts were, I guess, like down here. There was because it was down to my shoulder. We cut a little bit, which we went barely below my jawline. But now, like, that is the shortest part, which used to be up there. So it grew quite some bit. So now I still have bangs, but I don't. And honey, that haircut was everything. I was feeling it. And then we went to the store. We went to so many stores after that. Didn't get anything. We went there to try everything on. And I walked in there like people were like, I had good makeup on too. Anyways, whatever outfit I put on, it looked absolutely amazing. And I kept saying, I look like a model. I look like a model. And that's when literally right after that, we went to have dinner with the guys, and we took a few pictures at the end to just be like, oh my god, we had a fun hanging out. At that point, we didn't know them that much. We've known them for over half a year, but we didn't know that much of them. We met them sometimes at parties, and basically that was that. And we went to the concert together. But that was the starting point, and I'm actually really happy that they got to know this me, and ever since then they've known this me, and because they got to know the confident me, the actually putting energy out. I'm enjoying people, and people are enjoying me too. So with that, I was able to actually let out the love that I have. This is where we get back to oh, I wanted to say something because of the photos. After we took the photos, we looked back on it, and then one of them said, oh my god, you full look like a model here. And I was like, I do. Thank you. That was nobody ever said that before. Nobody ever. Never got any compliments. Literally, like, it's not because like I needed the compliments. I never needed them. I never even wanted them. Whenever I did get compliments, it always had something bad. So they always wanted something, and I never let them. I was again oblivious, so most of the time I didn't even know. But the only time I go, oh my god, you're so cute, is when they wanted something else, and they thought I would be an easy target. Only time somebody said, oh my god, you have such pretty eyes, was again because they wanted something else. And I can count it on one hand the amount of compliments I did get, by the way. So it's not much, and it doesn't even fill up all my fingers. So at the same time, I really wasn't used to compliments, and the compliments I was used to, I wasn't comfortable with. So I never liked compliments. So whenever I would get them, I'd be like, oh no, really no, and I would literally convince the other person why they are wrong and why they shouldn't think like that. Basically, not full on telling them that they were wrong or shouldn't think like that. I just told them the reality, and then they were like, okay, then okay, thank you. So yeah, I lost my train of thought. So when he said that, it really came from like a actual genuine place, and then I was like, thank you. Like I literally didn't know how to receive it. I never learned how to receive compliments. I never got compliments, so I just never knew how to do that. And there was one other time, a bit before that, before my hair was cut. It was September, early September. We went to a party, but before that, we met up with one of our friends, who's part of the gang. And we made a video together. It actually never got uploaded, but we made a video together to advertise. So we got sponsored, basically. We got food. We advertised the restaurant to süti légy szíves, nem ide jönnek. We advertised the restaurant so more customers would come. And so we basically made a short mukbang. And that day he was a bit emotional, but he was really nice, and he was not badly emotional, but like he was like reflecting on life as well, and just being really appreciative of the world and everything. So nothing out of the ordinary, but it felt nice, again, coming from a genuine place. And he complimented my skin and how beautiful it looks, and how it's the type of skin that never actually like ages. It gets older, but it doesn't age. Like it doesn't get bad, and then it's majestic. And I was like, literally nobody has ever, oh my god. And that felt so good, because you could see that it was coming from a full-on genuine place, and he couldn't hold it in. He had to say it. And since then, that was the first compliment. And since then, I've gotten a few, actually, and I get them a lot nowadays, and I still don't know how to like deal with it. But I just say, oh my god, thank you. And then I just like show it off to be like, see, you're enjoying it, I'm also enjoying it. It's a fun thing, because I was always thought that when somebody gives you a compliment, you're like, I know, Or just like, yeah, I know. It's rude to say that. You're not supposed to know that. Excuse you. But now I'm just like, I know, and now you know. Let us enjoy it together. And people love that attitude. So now if somebody like compliments my outfit that I have for the party, or my makeup, or the hairstyle, or whatever, I'm always like, and then I show it off, and I was like, or maybe I tell like, oh, I tried this trick out. Oh, it's because of this. Like, oh, you smell so nice. Oh, it's because this perfume. I made it myself. Usually I make those things. So like I involve them in it, so it becomes like an active conversation. So even if they didn't mean it to be like that, they go away with a good experience. So I really learned how to be social, how to be warmer. I'm still not warm. I don't know how to do that. I don't want to be warm because I mean I want to learn how to be it, but I want to do it when I want to be it, if that makes sense. Because whenever I was warm before, it got misinterpreted. Whenever it's nice, people are like, okay, that means I can own you. That's not how it works, but thank you. So whenever I'm working, I'm an extra, I'm an actor, I'm a body and face painter. I spend time around people. Therefore, mostly kids actually, but therefore I know how to very quickly interact with, probably for like brief interaction, just never something meaningful, never something long. But I know it is that, so I never make it that. I never get attached to anything. But because I am so warm, I'm so used to it, it's so natural, people can misinterpret it as to something much, much deeper, full deep. I'm telling you, full and deep. People have told me that they thought they have found their soulmate. And I was like, honey, I was nice to you. I painted you. What do you mean? So anyways, um so because of that, I was like, okay, maybe I have to like take a step back, I guess. Yes and no. I have to know how to filter who to give that niceness to, I guess. And yeah, so that I actually saw that on Instagram, on Reels. I don't have TikTok still, and even if it does get banned, then I won't be the only one now. So I didn't see it on there. Maybe it did come from TikTok. I don't know, but I saw it on Reels. And then there was this guy talking about how the love you give, or the love that you feel, is not other people's. It's yours. It's what you have in you. I mean, obviously he can describe it much better. But what I'm trying to say is that when you feel like you're receiving love, but like it was like an interaction, or like you're like, oh, that person gives me so much love. It's your own love that you feel. You're the only thing that's making you feel it. It's not literally, they literally cannot give it, right? But it's your own love reflected to you, and it only works if they also share that same basic, not necessarily love language, but same general love, right? You have similar ways of, no, you have a similar love that you give. So you can give your love all you want to somebody. You will feel that you gave the love, but you don't feel it. You can feel that they don't love you because that love didn't get reflected back to you. So whatever warm, fuzzy love that you do feel, it's your own, that you are ready to give the other person, and you only feel it back. You only feel the love when they actually send it back. It means that they also gave you the same love, and it reflected back from you. Because at that point, you are literally each other's mirrors. And I think it's just so beautiful. And that's when I realized that that's why I never felt love from other people. Not because they never gave me love. They gave me. I didn't know I was supposed to give it back. I didn't know I was a mirror. I didn't know how it was. I didn't see it. Because whenever they gave it, it was a different thing. It just bounced off me. It bounced somewhere else. I never realized. And when I gave it, they never realized. They never realized, because our loves, basically the love that we give, are so different. And I'm not talking about romantic. I'm not talking about anything else. I'm talking about general love for the world, love for the people. Again, friendship. Friendship requires a lot of love. And that is the difference about the friends that we do have now, is because I realize we share that love. The way I give, they're able to receive it, and they're able to give it back. So it's not, I felt like, oh my God, I'm literally such a terrible person. I don't give them anything. Literally, why are they even hanging out? For me, it makes no sense for people to be hanging out with me, or they want to hang out with me. Nobody ever did. Never. And I'm used to that. For me, that is reality. So whenever I was hanging out with people, it was always that I was like, oh, I saw that you were lonely. I'm lonely, but for me, that's the only state, so nothing can really change it. Anyways, I saw you were lonely. Let me, help you with that. And whenever I did help them, they were better. After that, they moved on. Every single time somebody came up, I'm gonna say our lives, because Shiny had the same experience. whenever somebody came into our lives, they only came here to be recharged and then left. Because as the friend who invited us to the restaurant to do the ad, he said that he really loves hanging out with us because we have that vitamin energy, and he just feels absolutely majestic after we hang out. And we said that we feel the same way. We feel absolutely great when after we hang out, like everything, we feel recharged. But he said, but I don't have that energy. I was like, we don't care. You have an energy that is recharging others. So just because you're not as active, you're not as, I don't know, bubbly as we are, you radiate good energy that still, is able to recharge people. And then that I think he was, again, he was emotional a little bit because he was like, like he looked really appreciative but didn't actually say anything, but we saw that he took the information and worked with it. And I actually really love the vitamin energy, because it really is that. But it only works if other people are like that, if they can, like, again, reflect. And that's what we found, that the whole gang has that vitamin energy, but they're all very lonely. All of us are single, by the way. We're all very, very lonely in that sense, not in friend sense. We all very social, we can all socialize, but nobody ever sticks with us. So basically it became a collection of the outcasts, but we don't know why. I look at them like they're literally the most lovable people. They have the sweetest smiles. They are not ugly either, so I really don't know how they don't get anyone. So like they're really sweet. They're fit too. You can see they're full of life. They're ready to go. They have all the topics they want to talk about, and they speak so many languages. They can do literally whatever. They are amazing singers. They can play instruments. They can do whatever they set their minds to, and they can't get the love. And then I was like, oh my god. Literally, they're me. They're us. They were shiny. We're all us. They're just older versions of us. But we are at the same parts in lives, and it feels like we can complement each other to a point where I think we can find each other's solutions. We can help each other to a degree where maybe Shruti, where we can learn things, Shruti, that can help us get out. Like, for example, little just warming up, because that's the other thing about energy. Nobody gave us a chance. I don't know why they give us a chance. They probably also don't know why they gave us a chance. That was something they were like, they saw us and we saw them. There was nothing specific. I was like, hey, I noticed you. Basically, that is like looking at a huge car. Suddenly you see a familiar face. Basically like that. That was that. We recognized each other, but we didn't know what we recognized. We were just like, I know you. I don't know who you are. I don't know what you do. I don't know what you're like, but I know you. And then basically that was that. And then ever since then, we're here. And Shruti. And if it hadn't been for Shiny, I would have definitely pushed them away. Not because they were bad people, because they did something. It was me. I was overreacting in my head. I was literally trying to apologize just for existing, just for everything. And Shiny was like, didn't actually slap me. She was like, bro, get it together. Why would you apologize for what did you do? I'm like, I don't know, nothing, but I feel like I should. And I was like, but then you don't. So if Shiny hadn't calmed me down and held me back so much from apologizing or over explaining or like doing those things, I don't know where we would be. Maybe, I mean, I did hear that you cannot push the good people away. So if so there's no, I mean, obviously you can, but like there is no action that you're like, oh my god, I just ruined everything with this. Well, oh my god, what did I do? I just ruined everything with this. If they're the right people, they're gonna be like, yeah, that happened, and then what? That doesn't define your whole being just because you happen to, I don't know, blink that way, But in my mind, that's all I've known. So for me, obviously, they're going to react like that. So I should apologize, because last times I either didn't apologize for, again, something I didn't do, or something I didn't do it as the way that it was said, or I didn't apologize in time. So I'm just trying to be like, okay, before they mention, I have to apologize, because that shows that I actually learned my lesson. There's no lesson to be learned. Those are bad classes. You shouldn't go to that. That's a bad school. Don't do that, honey. So now actually being surrounded by good people and we have, again, we can share the love. What we give gets reflected. We can all fill up with the vitamin energy and everything. It really shows how all of us started thriving. Literally, everyone's like, "Dude, what happened? Literally, what happened? Bro, you're glowing. What's up?" And I'm like, life. I started enjoying life. Like, how can you then? Like, my life is so terrible. Like, mine was too. I did something and I changed it. I made sure that it wasn't terrible. People are like, no, but I don't deserve that. I'm like, bro, not if you talk like that. Bro, not if you talk like that. Because what makes me different, the me right now, than the one who made the last live stream? What makes me different? Even if you don't know me, just, and if you're watching this, I'm obviously not live, nobody's watching. Even if you're watching this, go back to that live stream and tell me the differences. There will be obviously differences, but the whole energy will be different. I can assure you of that. Overall, yes, I look different, full on, but you can see it is the same person. But you will feel just the energy itself. Even though you will be like, no, there's an inkling there. I can see where it's coming from, but it has not been opened, and I still have a lot of work to do to open that, to be able to actually let it out. So I do hold a lot of anxiety. I don't have social anxiety. I don't have any of those. Again, I'm not diagnosed with anything, but I do tend to be very easily overwhelmed. Usually no, but if there's the right trigger, I'm like out shit. So I know I still have a lot of things to open. So right now I'm so I used to be like this, and I started opening up. So I'm like this right now, but it's still not open and it's still not full on there. So I'm still evolving. But this I think this is the last topic I want to get to, because it has been 2 hours and I have to study again, read it. So this, and also I haven't eaten anything all day. I had my oatmeal in the morning and it's almost 6, and my stomach said hello. It actually made a loud noise. I don't know if you heard it. Like 30 hours, 30 minutes ago, like half an hour ago. So I'm ready for my soup. I'm ready for my soup. I was supposed to make lunch right when I started this live stream, but I told myself, no, this is just gonna be a quick live stream. I put my leg up, by the way. I'm gonna put my other leg up too. That's comfy. Hello. So this is, I think, the last topic I want to get to, but I forgot which topic that is. Getting used to. That's the other thing. Got it. I've never been able to get used to anything in my life because they were never never around long enough for me to get used to them. Because as soon as I did, they either disappeared, or even if I wanted to get used to it, they were out and they hurt and they always just left. Doesn't matter. We're talking about things, people, whatever, whoever came into my life, and I was like, I could get used to it. And as long as I saw a little bit of goodness in my life, it always went away and it took a piece of me as well. And it was not healthy and everything. So that basically, like, more and more and more, because that's all that happened, more and more it happened, I lost more and more of me basically to that, because I was like, okay, at least take something for the road. I always gave them something, because again, the love I give, I always give, because they take away, that's their thing. So the way my love, in my opinion, works is I give love, and if it gets reflected, it's great. That means we had like a transaction, right? They also gave it and it got reflected. And with that, we grew. We had then more love, right? The way love can be taken away is you give it and you don't get it back, because it doesn't get reflected. It disappears, or they take it, because some people are like energy vampires. They just take that vitamin energy that you got, use it, and never give you any, and they just take it, and they start taking pieces of you. So what I learned to do is just take my love and put it on the shelf. Just not even use it. I went through life so numb. So numb, I can't even tell you. And I never even realized. I was like, yeah, this is life, you know. This is how I am. I'm just a chill guy, I guess. Why is that a meme now? Anyways, so for me, that was just life, right? So I never realized there are so many emotions. I never realized there are so many feelings. There are so many ways a person can be made to feel, or you can make others to feel. Or it's really difficult to what is it? Summarize a compromise. Really difficult to summarize this because there are so many other words in my head that I could say right now in so many languages, and just limiting it to English is a bit difficult. But I will try my best to do that. Um, because we are going away numb, basically. Going away to a state where we have to be numb because that's the only thing that's safe. Because nobody gives love anymore because everybody is scared that they're not going to get it back. So they're not even giving the love. They're not expressing happiness. We are not allowed to express joy anymore. We're not allowed to say anything anymore, to express interest, that you got excited for something or something. And it's not because society literally tells you not to do that. It's not because other people do that you don't let yourself do that. Because when you see other people not doing it, you're like, oh, that's the way it should be. I'm not gonna let myself do that. So at the same time, nobody's forcing anyone to hide that away. Nobody's forcing anyone to not express anything. But we are. We are indirectly causing everybody and ourselves to be numb because that's the only way. And that is the only way you can actually survive this, because otherwise you would break down. I would not be here right now if I'm going to say it, if it wasn't for Shiny. I would have found a different way. I would be here, but I wouldn't be here. So I'm extremely, extremely grateful for Shiny. She's absolute love of my life. Not in that sense, but still. She's holding all my love that I gave for her, and all the love I ever gave is yours to keep. So use it well. And all the love she ever gave to me, I hold it in there, and that's the only thing that's keeping me going. So, and mine, obviously, but you know what I mean. So, and it doesn't happen unless you take yourself out of that headspace, you take yourself out of that mentality, you take your own brain out. You will not get to a positive place unless you do that. Because I was like scared. Sometimes I still get it back when my hormones are going crazy. They don't really tend. I mean, they do. I was so numb. I didn't even have hormones anymore. In a way that it was flat. There was no fluctuation, no nothing. I was supposed to be a woman. It was happening, but I had no emotional tie to it. I never got emotional. I never felt any change, no nothing. I was always the same level. I was always numb. That's why I was like, I full on thought I was like, okay, I'm a dude. I'm a dude, right? So like whenever somebody spoke about like, oh, I have these female problems, whatever. Whenever somebody had a problem or something to talk about, I could never relate to the girls because I could only relate to the guys. Because technically, again, in my mind, I grew up as a dude would with their brain. So I had a dude brain. I didn't think I was a dude. I had a dude brain. And with the same logic and everything, and same body reactions. I gain muscle very, very easily. I have high testosterone. It's because of other reasons, but still, it's not too high, but it's higher than it should be. Technically, generally, it's in a normal level. Everything is good. But because of that, again, everything was flat. It was numb and everything. And I never realized how numb I was. I never had hormonal fluctuations because of the psychological reasons. When I started healing that, when I started CBT, cognitive behavioral therapy, yes. When I started that, I started rearranging how everything works. I started allowing myself to actually feel things, to actually react, talk it through with myself, do therapy in my head with Shiny and everything. I started getting insane hormonal fluctuations. Suddenly I started getting emotions. I started getting feelings I never thought I had. But there are other feelings that are coming back to such deep feelings, such deep joy. I never thought happiness was this. I never felt happiness. I was like, bro, I thought I'd been happy. I was like, never that. I never allowed myself to feel any of that. Never. physically I was incapable of doing that. But when I opened it up, I was able to actually feel the joy. And then I remembered that, oh my God, the last time I felt this happy was literally, and I went back to a memory I thought I never had from my childhood when I'm like 2 years old. We're running around with my sister and my parents are chasing us and everything. And that was the last time I felt that joy. I felt that intense amount of pure, literally the most genuine joy and happiness I've ever felt in my life. And now that I'm like working through everything and I'm healing everything, I'm able to actually open things up and I'm able to feel that emotion that I haven't felt since I was 2 years old. So when you're born, you have all those emotions. Obviously, you gain more later on as you become emotionally intelligent, but you have a set emotions. You basically are ready to feel everything. And as you eat, as you age, as you keep going through life, you start shutting those down. Oh, I'm not supposed to feel this. Oh, this taught me this, so I'm not supposed to feel this. I'm supposed to feel this, feel it this way. So basically, what you had on the paper of the things that you have, you start crossing it out, you start taking notes, you start changing and like rearranging things, right? Yes, that's how it works. But eventually, most people end up just either destroying the paper or just full on just crossing it out. Like that doesn't make sense. I will gather the information and then make it like that, right? So basically that's also what I did. But now that I'm breaking down those habits, I'm rearranging everything. And it's so stupid. It's so stupid. Most of the memories I had in my life, let's say from 3 years old to let's say 15, when I was around those really abusive people, really toxic people, I have blacked out those memories. I don't have those memories. I do not exist like that. Only the new part of me exists when I restarted my life at 16. No, I wasn't even 16 yet. I just turned 15. Literally, basically on my birthday, that's when I cut away all ties and I started my own life. So one of my friends from the gang joked with this and said, "Oh, what if like because we usually make them gifts and everything." And he said, "Oh, like it makes you question what else did you make? Haha, like you made yourself, right?" And I'm like, "Honey, you literally have no idea. I literally did." I literally made myself. You have no idea. The work that went into this, the work that what you see right now, so much blood, sweat, and tears, everything went into this. That while he just said it's like a haha joke, for me, that meant the world. And it meant that basically I was seen for the work that I have done. And they were enjoying that work that I was finally me too. I was enjoying. And other things, other that's what I wanted to say. The funny thing about like this cognitive behavioral therapy is that I am getting a lot of these. Okay, what do I change it to? What are the things that I have to change my mind to instead of the patterns that I've had for most of my life? And most of them I'm getting from Shiny or Reels, like these like educational and like therapy, psychological things. Like every information I can get, every source I can get, I'm gathering from them. I'm putting it together. I'm trying to learn through that. And the funny thing that made me cry the other day was that everything now boils back to what my parents were saying. Again, I told you the inner part of the thing that I thought I never got anything from there because it was the baseline, and you don't notice the baseline, you don't notice how those things are. I only noticed the abusive things, I only noticed the toxic things because those were the active threats in my life. That is what triggered the fight or flight and not anything else. So here I was, and now that I'm actually allowing those emotions to come through, the thought process to work through, and everything else, I'm doing this. This is finally opening up, and I might cry. I'm sorry, but it's not active. It just has to come out because like it means a lot to me, especially remembering. I'm starting to remember memories, and I'm starting to remember things that happened that I never thought actually happened to me, and they're all happy things or very positive things. So my place right now is not it's clean, but it's a bit messy because like I've been sick for the past 2 days, so obviously everything is all over the place. And then normally I would beat myself over this. I would like, this is disgusting, what is this, you're not worthy of, why are you even living here, you should just move into like under a bridge or something. And then instead of that process, instead of that thought or whatever spiraling I usually do, my mind just went literally my parents' words. It just went, it's okay, it's just messy, we just have to clean up. And I know that sounds stupid, and I know it's very simple, it's very easy, but Why wasn't my mind like that in the first place, right? That is simple and the most calming voice that was like, it's okay, it's just messy, we'll clean it up. And that was it. That made me cry even right now. That broke me down. I was like, I'm doing something. I'm finally working through it. I'm getting the right thought process instead of literally breaking myself down over this. I'm able to be my own parent and give myself the right response. Because whatever I say to myself, whatever I keep breaking myself down with, and I'm using to abuse myself because other people that did it are not here anymore. Somebody has to do it, right? My mind is like, oh, I'll volunteer as tribute. I will do it. The one person who was watching left. I'm sorry if it was because of the crying. Because I forgot what I was talking about. The light came on, she started barking. I fell out of my head. So, like, even from Teen Wolf again, regression to the means. It cannot be always good or always be bad. It always goes back to the middle, goes back to the baseline. And my baseline was the abuse. So obviously my mind is like, it's not here. I need to even that out. I have to even out the playing field. So it's like, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. So it does it in my head. And I would never, ever say that to another person. I don't even know that I'm thinking like this. But I constantly hear it, and I'm the only one who's in here, so I'm the only one who has to listen to this. So at the same time, I'm doing it to myself, but I'm not. That is not what I would say. That is not me. So whenever someone says, "Oh, I know what I'm like. I know how my brain works," no, it's not. It's how your brain is working naturally to fill out the information that's currently missing from the outside world. Like it's creating stimuli that it doesn't get from outside. So when people are like, yeah, I'm just this type of person. I'm just like, I get down. I think like this. Oh no, I would never say it to the person. But then what do you say to yourself? If you really wouldn't say, what do you say to yourself? See, that's the real person that you are. You're that terrible person. People say they're like, those are your real thoughts. That's actually, no, it's not. Honey, it's not. When it comes down to the actual baseline, it's what you are used to. And you can change that baseline. Shruti Namka. You can change that baseline. Shruti. I changed it. And it's really easy to fall down to because I only changed it a little bit. But now it's much better. And what I started doing is I recommend this by the way. I started looking at myself as like, I'm not me. I'm not the same person I was. I'm clearly not Shruti. I'm clearly not. I changed. I am a human. Okay, no. This body is a human. I am a spirit. Let's see. A soul. I'm a soul. And as a soul, I've always been whole, right? So when I was born, I was basically put into a body. I was given a small human to take care of. I'm not dissociating. I'm not taking myself out of this. I'm giving myself responsibility in this. I'm like, obviously, like I don't care that much about myself. Why would I, pamper myself? Why would I, do some self care? I don't even deserve it. Who am I to like, be cared for? I clearly didn't do anything to deserve that, or whatever. It's like, no, honey, no. If you're given a child, you're gonna take care of that child, honey. Why would you? So like when you're giving yourself, why did you throw it all away? Why do you not care? Why don't you give care? What is this? And I'm not talking about like, oh, in self-care, I'm gonna go out and buy something else. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about talking nicely, literally having nice thoughts. What you do, responding to it accordingly, not according to what your mind says, but as you would. So it really does help taking a step back when it comes to really feeling lost in your mind. They're like, okay, if this was another human being, how would I react to that? And then you say that instead of the thought. And eventually you start doing it like that. And then your mental health dramatically improves. The way you are, the way you carry yourself, literally dramatically improves, especially if you're starting from as low as I am. And it's instantly visible. The energy you give off is instantly visible as well. You won't notice until you see it because you won't feel the difference at first. That's why I'm really glad that we're going out and that we're taking pictures, we're taking videos, because I'm able to actually see myself from outside. I was like, I never bro, I have such good energy. I'm literally enjoyable. I full on put on a show and it looks good. And honey, I'm enjoyable. I have vitamin energy, bro. I want to spend time with that. And I'm not looking like, hey, I want to spend time with me. No, it's like that person I'm witnessing right now because I took a step back. And I'm looking at it from an outside perspective, not because like if I'm watching it, like watching like, oh, that was so, oh, that was bad, oh, I look bad, oh, like I do that, like for example, but I'm like, no, I'm looking at fully objectively. I've never seen this person before. I don't know this person. Let's look at the video like that, and I'm like, I have full on full different opinion on myself, full different going to it. I want to say it, Hosanna. I forgot the word. The way I handle things, basically, or the thought process I go in there with as well. And it really helped me get used to the new me. Because that's the other thing that we have recently, I did by basically group effort. Because yeah, the gang, Shiny, everybody just helped me, mostly Shiny, helped me with this. So basically, we achieved. It's a group effort. Something that we achieved recently is that I don't know who I am. I have lost myself. I also didn't. I gained, but I have entered a new level of consciousness, basically, in my own brain, that I have detached myself from the past. I've again built myself, I've made myself, but it's such a new chapter. I don't know this new person. I have no idea who this person is. So like I stepped on a level and the rest of the level is not known yet. And there's nothing below it. I have nothing to like look at, observe, learn, pattern recognition, right? I have none of that because it's all new and it's the scariest thing. So I'm like, okay, to just because sometimes I can like full on lose reality. I'm like, okay, what is real, what is not? Chinese not texting me back. I made her up, but I know it sounds crazy. I'm not going to psychotic break. It's just like mostly hormones. Actually, it mostly only happens when my hormones are going crazy. It's like really bad anxiety, and then I'm like, oh my god, what is reality? What is not? Right? Because the reality I had, I don't have anymore because I changed it. I'm a full on new chapter, right? So I started looking back on all pictures. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna look back. Oh no, this is I already have my haircut. This is a new me. I have to go further back. It's like, yeah, I still did it, but I still had my old hair, but I already had lost the weight. This is not the old me. So I started looking back, and it didn't matter how far I went back, I couldn't find me again. I was like, that's not me. I don't recognize that person. I know it's supposed to be me. That's not me. I don't recognize that person. Who in the world is that? Looks like me, but they don't look like me. And what is the whole? So last night was crazy. But that was the other thing that really plays with your mind is when you're building this new person, you don't know this new person. You know the old person, but that's clearly not you anymore. So you can literally look at your own pictures and videos and be like, who is that? I'm watching a stranger. I know what's going to happen in the video. I've seen this video 1,000 times before, but who is that anyways, right? It really plays with your mind so much. And like there are habits that you have to get used to, that you have changed, that sometimes the old ones come back, like when I don't know, do this, do it like that, or do it like this doesn't mean anything to you, but I know the length of my hair, that's why I have to move myself in a certain way, the exact speed and everything. Sometimes like when I have to tuck in my shirt, I like do the little thing and I go back and I'm like, I do that so I don't tuck in my hair and I don't have hair anymore, but I still do it. I'm like, what is this? Or like when I'm dancing, literally, I always go to gather my hair because I had to do it for so long, my whole life, right? And now I still have those motions, both. And I don't notice, but whenever it's a video, I'm like, why am I doing that? I'm like, oh, it's because of my hair, and I don't have my hair anymore, right? Stupid things, but there are those things that you also have to get used to, that you either don't have to do it anymore or you have to do differently. So that's the other thing, when you stop doing a habit and you didn't replace it with something, sometimes you just have to stop it. You cannot replace it with anything, because then you technically know, if it was an addiction, you never got over that addiction, you just replaced it. But if you actually stop a habit, it's really difficult to actually stop it because it comes as a reflex. Yeah, and but it's possible. It's very possible. I've done a lot of things. I've never been like addicted to anything. I don't think I have like the addictive personality. I'm the one who wants to get attached, but then actually cannot get attached whatsoever. But when I do, I feel so guilty for it, so I detach myself. I'm working on that right now. At least I'm recognizing it, and I'm not actively harming myself or others with it. So at least that's that. Um, so I know I can stop those habits, and I have for most part. Very sometimes it does come back, but then I'm like, why did I do that? So like again, forgot about it. It's out of mind, out of sight. Let me respond. Okay. So yeah, I wanted to finish this thought off, and that was that. But I forgot what I wanted to say. Another person is here. They're gonna leave in a second. But hello. This is the end of the live stream. I'm still gonna finish my thought. So if you stick around for that, hello. Thank you. No, he left. Okay, they left. So like stopping the habits and everything is the difficult part about this therapy part of it as well, is because you're not just rewiring it, you're removing habits, and then your brain is like, but there's supposed to be something there and it's not. What? So so what is this, right? And it's not there. So it doesn't know what to do, so it tries to fill it with other things. And the most challenging part is to not let it fill it with other things. So you really have to be self-aware of what you're doing all the time. And it's really difficult because I'm very annoying. Hey, hey. But also I am very enjoyable. It has its moments, right? For me, unfortunately, I only get the annoying parts. And that's why actually I really miss going out and leaving the house. I really miss my friends because they bring out a side. And also I give the love back. I give the love, they get the love, I get the love, everybody's happy. And they bring out a side that I never thought I had, but I feel is the most natural side of me. It comes instinctually. It really is the deepest me. And that is the other thing that I never thought I could actually achieve was, first of all, get friends. Second, have have this be reciprocated, and therefore my whole being, my me, the thing that was always too much, that was always okay, enough, stay away, nobody likes you, whatever, is appreciated and is encouraged and is enjoyed. And I never knew what that would feel like, and I never knew that that was even possible. So I never knew that, first of all, it was possible for me to thrive, or that I could, and that how I am when I do that. And I really like that person, and I want to be that person, and I keep working towards that and becoming that person, because I already was that person once. um, and whenever I'm with them, whenever I do certain things, I am that person, so I know how to trigger being that person. So now I just have to find a way to be able to keep going back to that person and improving that as well. And that's the funny thing about it, that me is the me that I've always been. This is where we circle back to almost the beginning. The one that doesn't feel like a lie, the one that is me, that is my hobbies, that is my interest. Everything I can bring up to them is interesting and it adds value. We sing together all the time. We play music together all the time. I can play piano with them and they're not going to tell me, oh my God, you're annoying. Every single time I play the piano in school or whatever, people are like, oh my God, there goes Vivi again playing the piano. They would literally unplug the piano. They would shut it on my fingers just so I would stop playing the piano. Did I care? No. I mean, obviously it didn't feel nice, but I still kept playing the piano. This time, no. They're like, please play the piano for us. Please come sing with us. Please come and have fun with us. I like running. We go running. I enjoy speaking different languages. We do that. I like drawing. I like painting. I'm able to give them gifts like that. And because I painted something, I wanted to paint something for them, and I did that, and they really enjoyed it. They really happened to like it. Everything, every aspect of me that was always shushed away, but I kept building it on my own, obviously, because I didn't have anyone else to do it with. All my past, if we smush it together, that I was told to give up on because it's never gonna happen. Who am I to think, oh, sure, you're that great person, cool. Then you would be that already. Clearly, you're not. So they get Hungarian mentality. Hey, everybody told me that. Told me these things, by the way. I was told to give up on dance. Again, I am full on dancing with them. We're doing sorry. Honey, whatever I used to do and I used to love my whole life, I'm able to do with them. And it's not a problem. It's not an inconvenience. It's no nothing. They enjoy it. And you can see the love in their eyes. Come on. So everything's squished together. That is me now. And that is the funny thing. It actually did also make me cry. It was like, but bro, if it's never been good my whole life, it's always caused me pain and suffering and obviously temporary happiness that I was getting when I was doing it on my own, but from the outside where it only caused me bad things. Why is that one rewarding me now? Because that is the person that I built, and I'm finally removing the lie that I said. I felt it was a lie. It felt like it was a costume. It was hiding the real me, is hiding all. Because right now, what I'm doing, obviously improving myself, but what I'm doing is I'm removing the lie that I built to fit other people's views, where I can be digestible, where I can be acceptable, where I'm not too much, where I fit into the category. They can actually comprehend what they're seeing. I'm not overreacting. I'm not overactive. I'm not any of these things. I'm not pretending to be so much better than people. I'm not supposed to, because they always say, oh, you're pretending to be so much, if you're so much better, you think you're, all of those things. I'm never too much. I'm never too smart. I'm never too active. I'm never too fast. I'm never too slow. I'm never too stupid. I'm never too much. I'm always perfectly enough. And a lot of times people want more. So sometimes it really does show you that work does pay off when you take off the lie. The reason why people didn't accept me, the reason why people didn't see me was because I wasn't showing them me. Honey, I was showing them a costume of the survival that the survival instinct put together for me, that would make me survive, to not be seen, so I cannot be abused again, so I cannot be taken advantage again, so I cannot be around the toxic people again. Because when I showed my real me, instantly I was preyed upon, and I was done being the prey. So I kept doing it on my own, by myself. And I had almost literally always given up on it. I had given up on life, especially because I was isolated in my place with the migraines, with the everything. And if it hadn't been that one stupid decision where literally nothing happened, literally nothing happened. I'm sitting in my room, full on isolated. I have no friends. I have no nothing. And I'm almost at the end of my graphics course, and I didn't even want to go to university again. I didn't want to go to university because of what we said earlier in the live, what my sister said and everything. And not just because of my sister, everybody said that, but my sister full on vocalized it to me in my face, directly collected everything that we heard and put it in my face. I was like, I didn't even want to go to university. I definitely don't want to do something that she never achieved. Like, I could only be below her. She would have to do something and then I could follow. I cannot lead. That's selfish. I don't know. So that's why when I did try getting into university, I applied for three. That was back in 2021 originally. I did apply, and I applied for three majors. I went to the application, but the process for the process for the acceptance. Basically, you have a few exams, I guess. I failed the second one, so I didn't get into that. And the two other majors, they just never started. That year they skipped those. So University Austria, and that's when my mother suggested graphic school. And I was like, I guess I'm gonna do that. I don't want to, because I was like, I don't want to do anything with my life. Because for me, I had no life. I wasn't deserving of a life. Why am I trying so hard, pretending to be something I'm not? Also, kind of makes sense because at that point, I was pretending because I didn't want to go to university, and the university I would have gone to, that was not me. Again, now that we know more about the real me, because it had nothing to do with my interest, nothing to do with what I wanted to do or anything in life, right? And so I went to graphic school, and it was around the end when I was just randomly just sitting in my chair, and I was like, looked at the time, looked at the day. It was the day that you're supposed, like the last day, the very last, literally an hour before the deadline of applying for universities. And I was like, do I do it? Do I not? I want to do it. I want to at least see. Because I was like, if it's not, oh my God, hi. Finally, someone. And I'm about to finish the live. Bro, I've been here for 2.5 hours. Oh my God. I'm so happy that you're here. Hello. It was worth it holding on for that long. How are you? How you doing? A better day? Do you mean that ironically or really? It's a good day. I really hope you're having a good day. Oh my God. It was a random day. I had a breakdown yesterday. That's why. Like, I'm not sure. Like, it's again 2.5 hours. So if you have time for happy birthday, dude. Happy birthday. Wait, I have a hat for you, okay? I made this. It's supposed to be a cat hat. I made another one that actually works. This is your hat. Happy birthday. Oh my God. So it came from the universe. There you go. It was a random. I broke down yesterday, so I wanted to do something like, philosophical thing today. And also it's been 2 years, so and the last one was 2 years before that. Oh my God, how is your birthday so far? What did you do? I will answer your question while you can type that. I'm good. I'm doing better now. Most of the live stream will answer everything. Um, Again, if you do watch it, if you don't have to watch it, there's nothing to see. It's just like podcasts. So if you're like cooking or making something, or just, I don't know, trying to study, you can listen to it as a podcast if you want. It's really like philosophical and like deep, right? Like spiritual journey. It's a very, very long answer to the how are you. But overall, I'm doing amazing. I'm doing great. I don't know if you saw it. Look at my hair. Yay. I did cut it, yes. Oh, which concert? Whose concert? I've only been to one concert, which is The Rose. It's on the channel. That's it. Okay, no, I've been to a few other concerts, but then I was a backup dancer, so I wasn't like actually like I didn't know the band or anything, so it wasn't because I was a fan. But I always wanted to go. For me, it's Stray Kids, and they're here. I think in Paris or I don't know, somewhere in Europe. They are here, and they're gonna go. Oh, I was very alone, but don't worry, I have my best friend, so everything is good. Thank you. And I hope you're also doing good. Just in general, also, how are you doing? What's up? But yes, Stray Kids, for me, Stray Kids concert. I don't have money. I really do not have money. But if I did, I would be there, even right now. I know it's not right now, but I would be walking there, bro. So yeah. Which band? Is it your favorite brand? Brian, is it your favorite band? Same, bro. Good. How long do you still have left of university? For me, I still have 3 semesters. It's my third semester right now. I have exam on Wednesday and then on the 27th. I'm so happy that you're here. Oh my God, it's been so long. Ooh, fancy. I like that. Oh, I wish I could do that. One day I will. One day I will. Maybe if we had become like musicians, right? We could have gone to each other's concerts. That would have been so cool. That would have been so cool. Wow. What kind of music do they play? Like, is it very specific when it's, as you said, like New Year's concert? Is it something very specific for the New Year's as music wise, or just something that feels like New Year's, or is it? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if this question makes sense. Keep going, bro. Keep going. Is it that difficult? Because I have two people that I know of. One of them, I don't know if he finished it or not. He was doing computer science as well, and he was miserable, full on. He did not enjoy it, but he really wanted. He said he really wanted to be a computer scientist. Yes. He was not enjoying it. He said it was way too difficult. I helped him with it, even though I can't. I'm not studying that. But the other person that I know finished it actually quite easily. So how are you with that? Is it that difficult, or is it easy because you enjoy it, or how is it? Ooh, Hungary 6, huh? Yeah, but Austrian is majestic. Good. In real life, I don't think I really heard an orchestra play. Mostly choirs, because I used to be in a choir. But sometimes we had a violin, but it was really kids, like a violin or a cello. Piano, I heard a lot. But apart from that, no. So I really wish I could hear an actual orchestra. So cool. I'm gonna try to save the chat. Even for most of the time, it will not do anything. But now that you're here, we can do that. I'm gonna try to keep it. I don't know how to do it. I really don't know how to do it. Anyways, I'll leave it like that. Mm. Yeah, actually, that's my opinion as well. Like when they ask, so I don't know if I actually said, I said it in the live stream. Um, oh, you get a discount. Is it because you're a student, or is it because you still fit the age limit for the ticket? But I'm studying Korean, so same with that actually. Like it's not easy, but it's doable. It's full on. If you want to do it, you can. Ooh. Okay, so next. Okay, where is this exactly? Maybe I can go. I still fit in there. Korean is doing good. I'm studying in a university, and I'm in the specialization class, which means I'm studying to be an interpreter. And dancing is, I'm gonna say, doing majestically, to be honest. I really improved on a lot of aspects. I can feel the music now. Everything is. I don't know as many choreographies, mostly just dance. But because almost every single week we go to K-pop parties, I dance a lot, and I redo all of those choreographies that I already know and everything, and now I can kind of improvise. So I'm really proud of that. Okay, I'm gonna write that up. We have to go there. Oh. Okay, noted. Because I do want to travel, but I never really know where. And again, I don't have money right now. But when I will go travel, probably with Shiny. So I think that's good. Like also in Austria, museums. Museums are not all obviously, but some are free if you're a student or below a certain age. Here in Hungary, no. Okay, I didn't miss anything. Okay. Okay, I will. I don't know when it's gonna happen, if it's gonna happen. I want it to happen. But with university going on right now, no. Maybe summer if I can get a good money, I think we can travel. That would be so cool. Okay. I don't know if there was any activity in the Discord chat. I don't know. I haven't checked Discord, no nothing. I've been actually quite away from the internet for a long time, or like participating in the internet, anything like social like that. I do watch videos, but not that much anymore. So okay, yeah, good. Okay. But if I am going there or something like that, I will try to text you there. Hopefully you'll get that. Yeah, but I don't think so. Apart from us, nobody took part in the corner anyways. I mean, we are in a corner right now. I do. Oh my God. I'm actually really happy that you're here because I found out. Uh, it is good. It is good. It is good. Imagine someone is like talking behind me, behind my back. Bro, say it to my face. Um, that too. That also very much. Yes, I did notice an intense amount of my mental health getting better. So I recommend it. I really do recommend it. Like I don't even I never really was active on Facebook either, but I also deleted Messenger. I still have it, but I don't get notifications because I don't have it on my phone, for example. So I don't have Messenger. I don't have, because we use it here in Hungary a lot. I do have Instagram though, but I only talk to 2 people. Apart from that, nobody messages me. And I only have WhatsApp, and only one person messages me, and it's only for backup. Every other thing is not on my phone. Nothing, or any of the devices. So even for Duolingo, I have to log into um, from the website. Yeah. So I wanted to show you something. Recently, a few months ago, I discovered that I'm both at the same same level, like happy about AI and also not that happy about AI. I have my own opinions, but there are things that I discovered that it can do something really good. You know how, together we would write songs, right? But it could never really get made. Recently, I discovered that there's this tool that can make music from what you write, and like you can give it prompts and it can make the music. So what my idea was that I write the song and I put it into that, and what it gets out, we make it. So we play it, we sing it, we do the whole thing. It just helps give an idea and helps give it into like, like a structure. So I have written 3 songs since then, since I figured this out, that I have actually have it on my computer, and I really want to show it to you. Yes, exactly. So I have 3 that I'm actually really happy about, and I really want to do them, especially the last one. I did try putting the ruin in it. No, it didn't get the vibe from me. It was no, it wasn't good. I put the one that we wrote on the live stream together. That was terrible. It was fun to listen to because it was funny, but apart from that, terrible. So I want to show you the 3. I hope you can hear it. If you can't, just let me know. I will play the file, and the computer should be able to record it and play it for you. So the first one was The Chain. I wrote this a long time ago, and I fully forgot that I even had it. So I was like, oh my God, thank you. And I want to play it.
Never said never. I know I don't lie. I know you, however, won't look in my eyes. The dark in your stare forever stays in my mind. I never go back to whoever stabbed me in the back. But the chains of your love tie me to the ground. Times will still change, keeping you safe and sound. Why did you promise? Why did you decide? The past is the present with the future in mind. I know love you meant it, I wanted it too, but the thread is still whole, connecting the two. The chain
That was the first one. Actually, yes. Yeah. Just listen to the other ones. So this one sounds much better with headphones. So I don't know how much goes through the live stream itself. So that was that. That was the chain. Yes. Yes. I actually want to get one of my guy friends to sing this one because he has a really good voice. And it's, I think, more suited for a guy voice because, it is lower and I am sick. So I can actually have a guy voice. But I want to, that's the thing, because now I have friends and they can sing. And I really want to, because sometimes we play music together. One of them knows how to play the guitar. So I'm ready. I'm full already. I'm trying to like actually learn them myself so I can present it to them and we can be like, okay, let's make this. So like actually go to them with an actual thing, not because, oh, look, I have this file from an AI. Let's make this. It's like, no, cuts off a bit. Okay. Okay. Maybe this one will be a bit better. I hope so anyways. When I do have a version, I don't want to put the AI version up on YouTube. I want to put the actual one on YouTube. And the thing is, so the way I do it is I write the whole thing and I only give it to the AI and I basically give it how I imagine it, how I envision it, and I give the prompts, and then it gives me a few ideas, and then the one that's closest, that's the one I choose, and that's the one I have saved. So I have 3 of that. So the other one is Talking to Fate. I will try to play it.
I stand here every week over and over since first met you in my dream, but maybe this night wins. Alone or with the moon, but one thing is constant, that I come here a fool, but leave with a fragment. The rest of the pieces I sent on the way, with all of my senses that I couldn't say. It's one of the reasons I go there and pray. I will till the ceases to exist every day. That's why I'm talking to fate, to the stars when it's late. Just keep telling me to wait. It's the silence I hate. Are you talking to me too? Why does it not come through? Should I keep waiting in the queue? Will my wish not come true? It's okay, I have faith, and I still have my life. But being in the state keeps cutting me in half. We have come full circle, I see the past repeat. It all seems so simple, yet it's still not complete. The rest of the pieces I sent on the way. I'll be so bad with all of my senses that I couldn't say. It's one of the reasons to go there and pray.
Just wait for the third song.
We're not on the seasons to exist every day. That's why I'm talking to fate, to the stars when it's late. Just keep telling me to wait. It's the silence I hate. Are you talking to me too? Why does it not come through? Should I keep waiting in the queue? I wish I come true. But the next time I go, stuck by the river, can't all let go. Piece of your picture. The next time I go, I know by the river, can't all let go. Piece of your picture.
Anyways, it continues a little bit because I ran out of the lyrics and I just kept repeating. So I'm actually really happy that you are here before actually anything blows up because you're part of the process. It's because of you too that this actually I get some response as well. I get some feedback, so I'd be like, okay, I should push harder and do it. And also, if you want, you can either like when it's out, the full thing, the actual out on YouTube, you can like do a cover if you want. I would be really, really honored. Even just the instrument, but listen to this one. Listen to this one.
A few lifetimes ago, I promised you my love. I carried it to show we'd always be enough, enough to see the light, the end of the tunnel. Through the red thread we'd fight, and we'd never tumble. But this life has been hard. You've been lost far from me. If only the right card could have been dealt to me. I never needed luck, but now I'm in the field. 4-leaf clovers to pluck and carry like a shield. But no luck, no clover, no black cat around here. I feel it's not over. How do I help you, my dear? If the planets align, would it show you the way? Would it give you the sign? I can meet you halfway. I will follow the moon. You just follow my voice. The river holds the tune, but then you hold the choice. Will you choose me again? Did I lose you this time? Does our chain still retain the same angelic chime? I miss your soul, your eyes, seeing you. I forgot how time flies. Yeah, your soul remains true. I'll line up with the planets to show you I'm ready to roll down the rapids. In your arms, be steady. I'll rearrange the stars. You'll look up and see me. Forget the karmic scars and fly as if you're free. If the planets align, we'll show you the way. I give you the sign. I can meet you halfway. I'll follow the moon. You just follow my face. The river holds the tune, and I hold the choice. Will you choose me again? Did I lose you this time? Does our chain still retain the same angelic chime? I miss your soul, your eyes.
And then it cuts off. But bro, you hear that? Bro, okay. Sorry, I was trying to like respond with my face, but now I can actually say it. But honey, with enough practice, of course, of course you can. Right now, I don't have the skill for an actual remake of this, but I'm gaining it. I'm full on working on it. I'm practicing so much, and it's really cool because this is what I was imagining, and then it gave me, and I was like, bro, yeah, yes. And yeah, so that's actually the really good part about one of the friends that I do have. He's a very old like childhood friend. Like I grew up with him. And his father is a music teacher, so because of that he plays every single instrument and he has perfect pitch. He can hear the music and everything. So whenever I had problem with like something, mostly the piano actually, so whenever I had a problem with something I didn't understand, I would just show it to him and he can play it, and then he full on made an arrangement. I'm like, so I'm really really excited. I want to send it. He's in Japan right now, so I have to wait for him to come back, but I want to show this to him and be like, hey, this is my vision. We want to perform, but we need, first of all, the sheet music, and we need an actual arrangement or somebody to actually, have it be like actual notes, not just something you can hear, because I cannot hear it. I can hear it, but I cannot put it in there. So if he can like either just like make it into sheet music, I can do it. He doesn't have to play it on the piano, but if he can actually. So I'm gonna ask him to do it. So if he can do that, we can play this full on and we can have it performed. I'm going to try to learn it so I can actually sing it as well. But I do have, again, friends that can sing well. So just imagine that, bro, 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 finally. So I'm really excited. Yes, he could. But I need like a strong motive for him to actually do it. So probably again, paying is not really an option, but I really want to like show him that we can actually do it. Or because he used to be in a band, he used to be the drummer. So maybe we can do like a little collaboration, so he can either be like, there's drum part as well, so we can like work on this together, because technically I made it, I wrote it, and I gave the prompt and everything. Just because I didn't physically make it, I'm here to physically make it. I'm ready to do it. I just need a little help because I cannot. I am tone deaf. Okay, no, I actually did a test. Technically I'm not tone deaf, but I cannot. So like I have relative pitch, but I don't have perfect pitch. Bro, like just imagine how cool would that be, right? That would be so good. So I'm really excited. I'm really excited. So I said this in the live stream as well. Again, very long, very depressive, but overall good. It has a good ending. So it like really, puts everything into perspective. But this really shows that what I had worked so hard towards my whole life, but like these past few years, and what I thought I should just give up on, I basically had given up on it. It came back and it rewarded me with it, and now I can reward other people with it as well. Now I have people in my life that also enjoy music, that also do music, and then we can actually create something together. And if I present an idea to them, they're excited and they don't put me down for it. So we can actually grow as people and we can create things full on, make things. Yes. And I'm so glad that you were actually here. Yeah, here. I in my mind I've written it down. I'm so glad you're actually here to actually witness all of this throughout the whole time. Bro, we did this. Honey, we did it together. Ah, ah. Bro. So what I was thinking of trying to like hear it myself on the piano. I cannot do the whole arrangement. I'm definitely tone deaf for that. But like the notes itself, I think I can hear it. So I can help my friends try to learn it. And again, my friend, he has a really good voice. So it can also be like we can have multiple versions. We can see which one sounds best. That guys sing, and first of all, this one is for girl in my opinion because it is high. But there can be guy parts. There can be a duet, or it can be either. But I would really love like girl singing and guy do it, like basically complementing the whole thing, just doing the complementary action. No, it's okay. It's okay. It was better, I guess, because I was able to actually maintain my thought process. In general, nobody was here. Nobody was here. Does it not send out notifications anymore? Is it how inactive I was? Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Backing vocal would be much better. We can do a duet version, see what it's like, but I also vote for backing vocal for the guy. Yeah. Yeah, in a while. Yeah, last video I posted was the haircut video. I didn't see your comment on it, so I probably didn't see it. But I posted about not that long ago actually. It was last year. But yeah. And before that it was the running one that was in summer. I mean, yeah. Also, I didn't really post that often, so it would make sense. I haven't heard from you in a while as well, so I'm really happy that you are here, bro. Ah, reunion. There we go. Oh my god. And there's another person here. So hello to that person. Be brave. You can add to the chat if you want. We can chat. This is basically the end of the live stream. We're not ending it yet, but we're close to it. I did most of my monologue before, so now we're just chatting. So wow. So yeah, that is the plan right now for the music part. I'm really excited right now on the piano. I am learning In the Stars. Do you know that one? Hello, other person. I'm gonna turn on the I almost said violin. What? I'm gonna turn on the piano. It's not gonna be good. I haven't practiced in a few days because I was sick, and I know it sounds like an excuse, but I get really bad brain fog. So yeah. All right. I will not play much, so I'm not doing it to play. Um, okay. Do you know this song, right? How does it start? Again. I forgot this song. You know that song, right? It's In the Stars. I'm not gonna sing it because my voice is fully gone. Really? Did I forget it? Bro, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I thought it was on the running one. I didn't know it was on it was on the hair one or the running one. It's kind of famous. I don't know why it got famous. I didn't see it. Maybe on TikTok. I don't know. But when we were also the hair. Sorry, I'm sorry, but I responded. I responded. So I acknowledged it. Maybe I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Yeah. I go. Okay. Anyways, yeah. I also didn't know the song. We were in the karaoke, and the friend who I can sing, he put it on and he sang it. I was like, "What is this? This is beautiful." So as like a little surprise, I wanted to learn it for him. So I started learning it. I only played you the chorus part. It's what gets song is the I don't know. I actually don't know the lyrics, but that part is the vocal part, and I'm learning the left hand, so I can do like backing. I can do the instrumental part of it. Yeah, he's the one who can play the guitar, and we've sang Rewrite the Stars, Counting Stars. Oh, so many stars in the stars. Wow, Rewrite the Stars, Counting Stars. What was it? There were a few other ones, very known. Oh, Vive la Vida. Yeah, Apache, obviously. There are a few other ones that he knows. We played that together. It was like it was really cool, like a jamming session. He just whipped out the guitar, and I was like, okay, this is the book. This is the song I know. So he like put it in front of us, and we could choose. And then we started play. He started playing it, and we started singing. It was so good. All six of us just singing. It sounded so good. We sounded like professionals. He's like really practicing, so he can go busking. He really wants to go on the street and just stand there with his brother, and then he plays the guitar and they sing together. They actually got really happy when they heard that I play the piano, because it was like, you can come with us. And I'm like, yes, but also you have a guitar, which is cool. I have a piano. No problem, honey. But this needs electricity. So us just standing out on the street, we need a full setup. So it's not that easy, but yeah. So it would be really cool. They did invite me to sing though, so that would be good. But I really have to find a way to actually remain on the pitch. Yes, indeed. Indeed. We should get like a full-on grand piano and just push it. But how do I get it on the subway? I don't know. Not exactly portable. I do have a bag, but even still, this thing is like heavier than me. So yeah. So I'm like, oh, let's do it. I'm like, okay, next jamming session. I'm gonna take my piano to their place. And I'm like, wait, hold on. How about they come over, you know? But yeah. That's why I'm like, okay, I do have a ukulele. I should learn how to do that. Actually, I was thinking of that a lot. I don't know. Haven't been able to do it yet. I haven't done it. I haven't felt that inclined to do it. Yeah, guitar is easy, and also it's really easy to first of all to learn it. It's just a few chords, right? But like it's like so stereotypically like an attractive instrument that it doesn't matter who you are. You whip out a guitar, and honey, everyone's like, yeah. See, that was crazy. It's so long ago. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Exactly. That's why I was like, oh, I really want to like chat. I want to do something. I wanted to record a video version, but I was like, no, let's just do a live stream. So I started doing that. And before that, I checked the channel and it said the other one was like technically 2 years ago. Now you had 2023, but that live stream was 2 years before that. So that was basically 4 years ago, almost 4 years ago. Yeah. Crazy, crazy. So yeah, wow. Wow. It is. But it really does show how far we've come, both of us actually. You were 16, I was 19. We were full on kids, dude. Wow. Wow. I should really do like that's why I'm like really picking it up because I got my love back for music in all aspects. In playing it and making it, like writing it, singing it, and everything. And I feel so inspired because everybody around me also enjoys the music and they also want to make it, they want to do it. So I feel like I'm back in it. So I really actually want to do the songs. I want to make the songs and I put them out. I want other people to listen to it. And I want to be able to play them. It is so good. So I hope that maybe with the last song that I showed you, the title is If the Planets Aligned, with that maybe we could get like a second 39-hour video. Maybe it could, I don't know, not necessarily blow up, but it could be like important in the storyline of the channel and in our lives because it already did change aspects of my life because it's a very emotional song for me. It's very meaningful, plus I'm really happy because the song itself, as like the AI, like generated it, it is able to give back the vibe that I was trying to get out with it. Shiny. It was shiny. Me too. Honey, me too. Let's hope together. We're going there together. I'm bringing you with me. It doesn't matter. You're coming home with me, honey. You're in my backpack. So, shiny. We're talking about, like, in general, it's a big conversation that why, like I said it previously, like in the live stream, why me and my best friend are currently like single, right? And it's a big conversation, and she's a really big fan of K-pop and everything. And I mean, me too. I don't listen to it actively, only in the parties when we go there, and I do dance like in dance class to K-pop dances, but apart from that I don't really actively partake. I do have my favorite band, yeah, group, Stray Kids, but apart from that, again, not really active in it. So I'm not really familiar with most of the things. I'm familiar through SHINee. And so, but Chinese mother is also very, very much into K-pop. Yes. And it's a big one, and we haven't been able to figure it out. But Chinese mother just said, "You know what? That is why you're single. because of K-pop. And then we're like, okay, so please elaborate a little bit. So, and then she just did, like, she texted me that how her mother is like, because of those, that's your standard, that's how you're sick. But we're like, but honey, that is the bare minimum. No, that's not what I mean. We are each other's bare minimum, because early in the live I also mentioned that she's my wife, I'm her husband. We are not actually together, we're not romantically involved, no nothing, but we set standards for each other, even in like the romantic sense, I guess, in a way that if someone cannot provide this, at least even on friendship, they will definitely not be able to provide it on a romantic level. I mean, romantic partner level, right? So I am raising her standards and she's raising mine. So that is why we're single. K-pop certainly doesn't really help because it's making us, be exposed to good-looking people, right? But it's a good thing. It's healthy, I think, to look at it and be like, finally, something that doesn't hurt my eyeballs. Nice. I'm not calling people ugly with this. I can see myself as well. But at the same time, it's art. It's literally art. You're looking at something beautiful. So just because you can enjoy a museum doesn't mean that you cannot enjoy what your kid makes, right? Yes. I also hope you have someone raising your standards or somebody who already is holding up your standards. Hopefully, you're not alone. Could not have said it better. Thank you, darling. Thank you. Yes. At first, people are really annoyed by my habit of like being the boyfriend, but in a way, it's like, honey, I'm not trying to like assert dominance. I have dominance. I don't have to try. Anyways, so it's not like I'm trying to like distort people's views on like how relationships should be. I'm showing a good example, and if your views change because of that, to the better, by the way, or for the better, that is the unworthy people, the ones that are not compatible with you. You're not compatible with them, no nothing. It only changes that, nothing else. It only changes the quality of life to be a bit better, because now you have finally a little bit of higher standards and you're not going underground to find those what is that people. Yeah. So because I don't really have that much experience with this, but for example, my sister said it so many times. She was like, when the pink, we call it in Hungarian, we call it pink fog. So basically like brain fog. So like your hormones make you kind of blind to a lot of things. Like you can notice somebody and you will not see the flaws. You will not see where you're incompatible. You will not see the negative things because of said hormones. They are trying to make them the the potential partner, the basically they're trying to give you the highest potential you can get, right? Your brain is altering reality because of the hormones. So we call it pink fog in Hungarian. And yeah, it apparently does make you blind. Thankfully, I don't know what that's like, but I've only experienced it from outside. And it's aggressive. It can be aggressive with some people. So it can actually really hit you like really hard. I'm like, bro, get yourself together. What do you mean? What do you mean? Can you not see that? And after that, people are like, oh my god, Vivi, you were right. What in the world is this? How did I not see that before? What is this? So yeah, really, it's good. I've only been speaking English in the past like year, I guess, because I don't really communicate with Hungarians anymore. Yeah, it's only foreigners. My best friend Shiny, she's Persian. The friend group is Korean and Mongolian, so like we're mixing everything together. Not really any Hungarians. The only time I do speak Hungarian is when I'm in university. But thank you, darling. Thank you. It means a lot. Again, Duolingo English, but I can show you that it works. Actually, it was good for my mental health to take a step from Hungarians. It wasn't on purpose, and I'm not dragging any Hungarians or anything, but we do have a mentality that is really not healthy. It's really toxic, and it really brings other people down as well. So just taking a step away from just in general people that are not like we're not compatible together. I'm not compatible with them. They're not compatible with me, very much so. And taking a step away from that and going in with people who are actually compatible with each other. Plus, they don't have that bad mentality. And I'm not saying it because of the Hungarians. It's just because Hungarians tend to have it. I also have it. I'm trying to get rid of it, but they tend to bring it along with themselves. So just by Hungarians just simply not being there, the mindset is also non-existent. So it does help. So it wasn't a purposeful thing, but it did happen, and I'm glad because they're amazing people. And again, they're angels. So yeah, there was one instance when I was just talking to a foreigner, and I was like, "Is my English this bad, or is their English this bad? Because we are not communicating whatsoever." But yeah, it turns out their English was bad, but they had the type of attitude that made you feel like you were the problem. So it ended up being that my English was too bad. What? Yeah. It really can. It really can. Yeah. It's such a breath of fresh air. It's crazy. In like different perspectives, well, as well. Like I can ask for like advice on something, just a random Hungarian, literally random Hungarian, and they will give the same answer that I would give to myself, probably because I have the same brain, right? Even though they have different experiences, most likely as an advice they would give that. And I usually don't get anywhere with that, so I just stopped asking for advice. I full on it, stop it. Google is your friend, right? But now I'm like, I literally have people that can help me with this, and they can provide a different perspective on the whole thing. And it has changed my whole life, my whole perspective as well, of them not being so negative, so down to like, ooh. They're just having a positive outlook on life in general, plus having the different perspectives. We can actually communicate and have a meaningful communication and not break each other down. Yeah. How are your friends, by the way? Like same place, different like nationalities, or like just in general, negative, positive people. How do you think you are in that? I don't think we ever talked about this. That's good. I'm really happy to hear that. I'm sending kisses to them. Good. Good. High five. High five, dude. Good job. Good job. Actually, for me, I just had an experience today, literally right before starting the live stream. I almost didn't start it because of that. I was like, what is this? It wasn't going to affect it, but I kind of like lost the mood a little bit. So again, I kind of almost just didn't do it. So as again earlier in the live stream I mentioned, I used to have really toxic people, really abusive people in my life, most of them technically family members, and I don't approve of that. I don't call them family members anymore, but we're technically related. So anyways, and I got contact with them back in 2016. Didn't talk to them at all whatsoever. I was like, peaced out, right? It was better for literally everybody, mostly the smaller family that we still have. That's my family, which is my father, mother, and siblings. That's it. Aw, that's so cool. I wish I had friends in high school. I did have two. We still kind of keep in contact, but like not that much. Not because there's anything. It's just we don't do that. I don't know. Like we didn't part ways or anything. It's just not active. Aw, that's really nice. Do a lot of international people study at that university? Because here they do, but in a different building. So we actually never really meet them. We sometimes see them walking, but like that's it. And then they walk so fast because they don't want others to talk to them or anything. I don't know. Like I don't know. I noticed that. Yes, yes. Yes, we gave them so many chances, so many, and they didn't take it. So we were like, peace out. Anyways, I peaced out then, and I haven't had contact with them whatsoever. Didn't even try to make contact with me specifically, with my sister, yes, but not with me. And I'm not a person to like block other people, even if we don't keep in contact, even if we parted ways in whatever way again, even with these people. I will still not block them. I will keep away. I will make sure that they cannot see content that we do and stuff like us, like smaller family and everything. So I thought I had taken this person away from my life, my whole life. I haven't heard from them since 2016. So in 9 years, I feel good. Da, 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 da. And suddenly today I get a notification. Somebody liked my picture, one of my most recent pictures on Instagram, and I was like, that's a familiar name. What is this? That person is not supposed to find me anywhere, especially on Instagram, unless they search for me. Full on search. So I was like, I am not doing this again. I thought I already gotten rid of you once. Bam, block. So instantly as a response. So I really hope they're out. Doesn't matter what they do, they're not getting back in my life. Literally does not matter. The world can fall apart, not happening. Especially, they can probably see now. Maybe it was like an accident that they actually liked the picture. Maybe they've been stalking me for a long time. I have no idea. They don't know that I moved. They don't know I have changed. I have changed my whole life. Actually, they don't know I live somewhere else. They don't know I'm in university. They don't know my friends. They don't know nothing. They know nothing about me. They don't know what I look like. Apparently, now they do because they like one of the pictures. I blocked them instantly because I don't know how long they've been following. Maybe again it was an accidental like. I don't know. They're not getting back in my life, especially now that I'm doing good. I know they want something and I'm not giving it to them. Wow. Whoa, it is. That's so cool though. You'll learn in English. I actually kind of wanted to do that. In university, I did take up some English classes, but I took them wrong because it was supposed to be for actually international students, and I didn't have the previous classes that were needed for those classes, so I actually just barely got through them anyways. And the classes that I do have, like Korean classes, they're supposed to be in Hungarian, but they're not. They're not, and a lot of people don't even speak English in my class, and they have to go to Korean class in a way that it's taught in English. Nobody understands the thing, so I'm just like, eh. So yeah, it's good. Very good that you know English because of that. Mm. Wow. Still, very, very good job on the university, actually. So I don't know how many people tell you or how often. I am proud of you, dude. Pat yourself on the back. Really good job. I know it's hard. I know it can be difficult. It can be easy as well. But just the fact that you're still doing it and you're gonna finish it, my dude. Very good job. Another high five. There you go. Mm. But yeah, so I blocked that person. It did scare me actually quite some bit. I was like, not again, not again. We are not doing this thing. It kind of triggered me. That's why I didn't want to. Kind of was like, do I do the live stream? Will I be too emotional? I did cry a little bit, just the tiniest bit. Yeah. honey. I also pat myself on the back. Thank you. Thank you. Good. Keep trying. That's the only way to do it. You have to learn, but not just learn and like study. Will you know how to walk? Will you be able to walk if you don't keep trying? No, you have to learn. No. Not one positive thing from the internet, actually. That's why I was kind of like thinking about just giving up on the internet completely, like mostly like making content and everything. But I do want to do it, and I do have this channel. So like, why wait. I was actually kind of a little bit self-conscious about my friends, like the gang and everything, finding my channel because I look very, very different and I act very, very different, and just overall I'm a full-on different person mostly in like those videos. No, it's me, but like what they have like formed, like the view they have formed on me, they're not the type of people to judge. I don't think they would care, but based on my previous experiences, I would say that, okay, it's a dangerous thing. They cannot find out because they will never like me again. Because every other person who has like, okay, in the live stream I did mention I changed a lot, mostly look wise, energy wise, everything. These past, definitely this past year mostly, but these past 2 years I've gone through a really big change. I lost 20 kilograms. I cut my hair. I know how to do makeup now. It actually looks good. I don't have anyone right now. I actually know how to style myself. Like I can full on be a model if I want to, and I can have that attitude and have that energy as well. um and people take that as granted that I always had that, and sometimes people can act really hostile about it. So I guess I'm experiencing part of like pretty privilege, I guess, because most of my life I didn't have any of it. It was always just ugly. It wasn't even ugly privilege, it was just I was non-existent. But um what I'm trying to say with that is that now people take this for granted that I've always been this way. So people are like, oh, it's easy for you because you're skinny, and I'm like, what do you mean? What is easy? Wait, huh? So it's like, oh, because you have clothes. I'm like, I don't have clothes. I have my overweight clothes. I'm wearing that right now. What is easy? Yeah, it looks better. Why? Because I put in the work. They have no idea of the experience that I went through. Or like, oh my god, you seem to know so much about hair care. I don't see your hair being long. And I'm like, for 23 years it's been long. I cut it in September, honey, bro. So like people are like, oh, you've always been like this. Oh, you've always had this type of body. Oh, it's always been like that. You've always had whatever. And I'm like, no, it really hasn't. I full on made myself. I built this. And they take it so aggressively that I actually don't really appreciate that. And whenever that happened, like whenever my appearance was acknowledged, that's how this like conversation or interaction went down. So it's logical why my brain would be like, oh, my friends would say the same thing. They're not allowed to find out who I used to be, how I used to be, how things, used to be. Yeah. But yes, everybody's very different in front of the camera. But most people don't really understand that. They're like, oh, I saw that and I saw this. This doesn't add up. You're a fake person. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, at the same time I am happy that they're oblivious to it, and at the same time I'm not. I'm really not when they get aggressive, when they really go at you for it, or like basically feel like you attacked them just by existing, and you're like, what? So yeah, I had that. There's this. I was going to set, and we had to do a fitting, and there were, so it was a character. We had 3 people over playing the same character. We were maids, so it was only 3 of us, and we were getting fitted. So we were putting on the clothes and everything. And in general, at that point, I was still heavier than I am now, but I was maybe 50 kilograms, I guess. So like overall, I was more on the skinny side compared to how I used to be. And I went in there, and the other girl was also skinny, but I didn't never really paid attention. And I go in there, and then they're like trying to, because they already put out the clothes they want us to try on, like specifically this lady, this girl, and this girl. So they are like looking at it like, okay, which one of you is skinnier? And I'm like, what do you mean? Like, yeah, which one of you? I'm sure you looked at it. Come on, which one of you is skinnier? And I'm like, oh, people look at that? What do you mean? And I'm like, I'm so confused. Why is this important? It was like, because of the clothes, because which one would look better? I'm like, I don't know. I don't pay attention to that. And they're like, sure, I will just check it later. So just put one on me. And I'm like, okay, so I'm so confused. After that, I went out and I saw that the other girl was skinny. I don't know which one I was skinnier, because in my head, I'm still my old weight. I have no idea of my actual size. Now I'm getting used to it now that I see it more. But at that point I was like, what do you mean? And she was saying it in like such a way that I was like, wait, am I supposed to be jealous? Or am I supposed to make someone jealous? I don't understand, the point of it. But I saw that like she was like trying to like get a reaction, and I was oblivious. I wasn't giving the reaction. But sometimes I am happy that they don't know, is that they don't know the past. they don't know the hurt, they don't know the struggles, they don't know anything. They see the strong version that already came out on top and not the one that was there, that had to go through the whole thing. So, and it wasn't a glorious battle, it wasn't pretty. So, but at the same time, it's kind of like also superficial that people look at you like, oh, like, oh, they have their stuff together, they, look like this, they've always been like this, so for them it's easy. They never had to deal with that, they could never understand my problems. So there were a few girls also on set, they were talking about this problem, and this problem they had, something like clothes related, like weight related and everything. And I chime in, I'm like, yeah, I know, yeah, that's the same actually. And they were just like, go away. They were like, what, bro? Bro, honey, I've been overweight for so long. It's changed like 6 months ago. My mind doesn't change like that, and that doesn't invalidate the experiences that I did have with the way clothes fit on me on set, because most of the time they could not find clothes for me on set. Yeah, 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 exactly. It's like, bro, sometimes the thing that really hurts me is that I can't even react accordingly, because I'm supposed to be nice and be like, oh, it's okay because they don't know. It's okay because they don't know. Like, I shouldn't lash out. I shouldn't have a reaction. They don't know. Like, but still, it's like, bro. Oh my God. Anyways, if there is no chat replay, this live stream is gonna look like I totally went crazy. Anyways, I'm happy. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. I have a better mentality about it now, but at the same time, it does sometimes hurt me in a way. Is that why do you gotta be aggressive just because you have this view on me, right? So at the same time, I've been, so topic change. At the same time, I've been kind of like excited. I've been trying to like find a way to show my friends that I do have that channel. That's why I want to upload it. Maybe I want them to find out when we do upload the music or something. I don't know. I'm a bit self-conscious about it. But at the same time, I'm not, because I know that they're different people and they wouldn't judge you because, oh my God, you look different. Oh, you were a different person. What? They would be like, wow. Oh, wow, you grew up. You had a life. Wow, you had personal growth. Wow, that's interesting. They wouldn't be like, as most people that I've encountered, actually. So yeah, because actually they do YouTube too. Recently they started. They do like party vlogs and everything. It's cool. It's cool. So that's I also wanted to be like, oh, I also had a channel, but I was like, no, I'm not gonna tell them that I have a channel. It's better they don't know. And but whenever they did have a question about it, they were like, oh, we were thinking about this, or they presented a problem. They clearly didn't want an answer to it, or they thought they wouldn't get an answer to it, right? And I was able to give them a full-on step-by-step way to solve it, because I know YouTube, because I do YouTube, because I know how it works. I know how like demonetization and everything works. And I was able to give them that, and they were just looking at me like, first of all, I could hear it in their minds. How do you know that? They were like, thank you. Oh, okay, cool. They never asked. They just assume that I know. Because whenever they ask a question, I always have an answer. I can always tell them. I can always like give them more information. But that was really funny. I'm really curious when they will ask, like, how do you know these things? But at this point, they just assume that I do. Like even Shiny, whenever she doesn't know something, she just asks me. And then I was like, but how would I know? Like, I don't know, you always know it. I'm like, well, actually, and I write it down to her, and she's like, see, I told you. And I was like, you were right. So how do you know that? Exactly. Oh, I'm so I actually kind of wish that whenever that moment happens, it will be on camera. I want to keep it. I so want to keep it. Yeah. So yeah, I was also like a little self-conscious about them just finding out general things about me. The fact that, I don't know, I used to have interest, I have this interest now, because whenever it did come up in previous conversations or previous times, it was always a negative thing. It's like always, I always think I'm better. I always think that I'm better than the person, or I am so smart, I'm so good, and whatever. I'm just trying to like show off and everything. And no, I'm just trying to make a conversation, honey. I was trying to find like common ground, and then So I was never actually allowed to like admit that I'm able to do something or I enjoy doing something. I know I'm not good at it, like to a level where I'm good, but I'm good at like everything that I try out. That's my curse actually, because whatever I do, I can do it well, even on the first try. But because I never put time into anything, because nothing really like stuck, like stuck with me. I never actually improved something to the point where I could be like, see, that's my thing. That's I'm good at that, like good at it. So for me, that's a negative thing. But at the same time, I realized literally yesterday, I can juggle, dude. Who would have thunk I know how to juggle, bro? Yeah. One of them came over and were like, "Wow, you have so many paintings." I was like, "Yeah, I made it." You made it, bro? Like you see that? You see that right there? That's have I showed it? I think I've shown it before. They didn't believe I made this. It's my painting, dude. I can't show it because it's too dark there. Yeah. They're like, you can no, it's impossible. I'm like, bro, I made it. I have a few other paintings like that. I showed them. I will not take them off the wall. I just showed them that there are a few. There's another one. There's one down there, and there's one in the bathroom, and then there's one in the closet. I don't have space to put it up. This is also like on top of it. Okay. So like I never knew I knew this thing I knew these things, and I can do so many things I never knew it, and bro, because it's always been a problem. So I was like, wow, I should. Like see, like I can do so many things and I can make videos on it as well. But I assume people don't care because people really don't. Really don't. They really don't. And me going into that view as like, oh, people don't care. Like why would I even make it? Why would I upload it? I have so many video ideas. I have so many things, but I always end up not doing it because people wouldn't care. So yeah. So like I'm sure that you can like do like 5 things right now. You could count it right now, 5 things. Most people probably don't know you can do it. You even forgot you can do it, but you can. Imagine just tomorrow singing at least 2 of them to just a random person and just see their reaction. They would be happy to know that. And it wouldn't be the same as like, oh, I'm going to judge you for it. Yeah. So the other thing I do want to post videos about, but it has to like actually be a good recording, is our like karaoke's, because we go to karaoke's a lot. So I really want to record that and put that out because I think that would be really cool. And that's that actually the thing I even talked about in the live stream is that we don't know ourselves. We don't know what we're like. We know the mindset of the people around us and what we basically got from them, what they gave us, as in like thoughts. We don't know us. We don't know ourselves. Like, do I know my hobbies? No. Do I know what I like? Yeah, but also no. Do I know what I like doing? Do I obviously these things we do know, but at the same time, no. Because you're like, what are you capable of? I don't know, nothing. That's not true, dude. Yeah. I know it's like I'm repeating myself, but it's a crazy thing because in my mind that's all it was. So yeah, it really helps, like not forcing the good and positive thinking on myself, but the negative thoughts to be away, is that they won't bring me down. Therefore, just even if my attitude, literally nothing changes, just my energy, because the bad thoughts are not there, it changes the whole room, the people we are with. Crazy, and they can have such good energies as well, and then we're like all just having fun. It's so great. Ooh, yeah. Oh, I've always wanted to play Dungeons and Dragons. I used to have classmates who played it like regularly, and I was always like, "Please invite me, please. I really want to go. I really want to learn how to do it." They were like, "Okay." Never invited me. I begged them for years, never invited me. That's so cool. Yeah, actually, I took a class in university last year, for just one semester, and it was the last, so spring semester. Yeah, it was like gamer culture. It sounds really stupid, I know, but it shows the impact of like gamification on real life activities as well. Thinking of it as like a task or like a thing that like it, as in a game, like, oh, if I do this I get this many experience points, or like, ooh, fun things like, information gathering of this, I know, npc, get that. It's like a little, like, it's a game. You have those things and you get small rewards. So if you start thinking about your life like that, like the same as you said, like lore drops, learning little things about people, it literally is like, it's like, oh my god, extra information, oh my god, oh my god, this is so cool. Looking at it like that, like it's a game that you can, like, I don't know, that you can not necessarily control, but like take part in, and everybody is enjoying it, right? Even if it's like a horror game, you can do it like that. It makes it so much more interesting, and it makes your brain want to learn. That's how actually it really helps with school, when you kind of gamify it for yourself, um, or put it into like role playing. I guess a lot of people really love learning history like that. They imagine it, or like they create a character inside that, and they build the history around it, and then they are able to remember it much better because it becomes a story, it becomes a game, it becomes exciting. Whoa, oh my god, bro. I wish you all the best. Have the best games. I give you all the games I never played. There you go. Oh my god. uh Ah, I love Dungeons and Dragons. The other thing I really want to do again is, well, technically write stories, yes, but I'm writing songs right now, and those are basically the stories. So it gets that part of my brain, which would be the writing stories, that it scratches that itch. But the thing I really want to do again is make like the short films, or like stories, like shoot them, because I haven't been able to work in a while because of university, and I really, really, really miss the film industry. Oh my god. I was able to audition for a lot of like bigger productions, but I never actually made the cut. I was so close though, and the thing that hurts, I will say this, because I'm not gonna spoil anything, and people know that there have been casting calls for it. The thing that hurt, one of my favorite movies is Now You See Me, and they're making Now You See Me 3 in Hungary, and I auditioned for it, and they didn't choose me. And that was a full-on role. That was a full-on acting role. Yeah. So like, because I was able to get into that world quite some bit, um, and like dip my toes in there, I really, really want to get back in there because it was a really good place, and I need to get back in there. It's part of my life. I can't lose. And I feel like that's why last Friday I went to register again for one of the extras, like agency that I'm at, because now I have, a different body, I have different hair, so maybe I will actually be selected for different roles, because usually I was given the homeless roles or soldier. So maybe now, or mostly that the costumes that really hide your body, like they make you feel like a block. I'm really like back character. I was never like a special character, never really in the front. I always ended up in the front somehow, but I was never given that. I was never given those costumes or anything. But this time they could actually do some art. They could show the body. I have full on abs, dude, like a six pack. I'm telling you, that seriously. So like they could do something with that. So we will see if they want to do it. It was only this Friday, so obviously I'm not gonna get any call, but I really hope I can do that. Use the games very, very well. Ah, good. Ooh, time for the main character. Yes. But also, see how fun writing stories is? You get me. You get me, bro. I get you. Ah, sometimes I just want to like watch. Even if I can't take place, like even if the guys wouldn't have let me into the game, I would have loved to just at least witness the game. Like just the stories that come out of it is crazy. Uh, are you usually the one, the storyteller, or okay, which one do you enjoy more? To be the storyteller or to be the one like one of the characters to like take part? Oh my god, it's almost 8. I've been live streaming for 4 hours. Oh, would you want to be? Don't be scared. Try it. Try again. Or practice by yourself if you want a little bit, and then be like, okay, I kind of got like a hang of it. And after that, be like, my time. Still, if you don't want to, you don't have to. But still, I feel like it would be a good experience. At least just try it. No, I'm very hungry, so I'm thinking of wrapping it up. I don't think I could be like a live streamer. That takes out so much energy out of you. Like even if you look back on the stream, I was talking constantly. There was no break. It was a full-on monologue. Like there was no like, I'm thinking. No, I was giving the full thing. Yeah, I didn't even have lunch. I only had breakfast. Yeah. The point was to like sit down for like half an hour. That was the plan. I was gonna stream for like half an hour because I knew no one was gonna join. Or if you would have joined, we would have like talked a little bit. Probably would have dragged it on a little bit, but I wasn't expecting 4 hours. Yeah. But it was really, really nice to see you again. And keep writing, keep having fun. And I do recommend trying out being the dungeon master. Just at least see what it's like. But I'm really happy that you spent so much time on the character because it. And by the way, psychology tip. If you look back on that character, you will find similarities between you as well, or aspects that you would want to fix on yourself that you don't like in yourself, or that you value in yourself, or other values that you do have that shows great character. I recommend looking back on that because I noticed that in my songs and in my stories as well. Like I never wrote myself into the stories, but I did. It's crazy. So you should really read it back and like try to like reflect. Would you want to do real life though? Like because of the gamer culture classes, I saw that because they full on gave us visual representation as well. I saw that there are like full on villages and like events happening where you go to like these fairs, like medieval fairs, I guess. You go there, you dress up and you do it and you have fun. And sometimes they do it with like actual Dungeons and Dragons theme and characters, and they can do, like you can go there with your party and do it like that. It's crazy. Would you ever want to do that? Ah, yeah, see? Wrote yourself in there. Yeah. Yeah, kind of same actually. It's basically whenever I created a character that I didn't write down, but it was like in my head, it was basically me, but better, but definitely with power. I never had it, so I was like, I'm gonna give you the power that they cannot take away. So he's either always immortal or was supernatural in some sense. Yeah. I enjoy supernatural things. That's why. But at the same time, you can like put it like DSM-5 as well, but like put it into like psychology materials as well, like why I did that, because I was trying to give, if not myself, the character, the personality, the power that I never did have. Yeah, live action role play, LARPing. Yes. Where? Technically, me too. It was Lord of the Rings, but I never dressed up. I was always there working. I was face painting. Okay. Okay, do it. If you want, you can write in the Discord. If I remember, I will check it, but eventually I will check the Discord. Or when this video also goes well, now it's live, but like goes live and like it gets uploaded, you can put that into that comment section as well. I will read it. But if you don't want to share it publicly, you can send it on Discord. Ma megint szomjas vagy? He's thirsty again. Okay. I'm excited. Wow. Jó van, na. I'll make him go into the bathroom because he's thirsty. I'll be right back. He's doing the playful thing again. He's lowering me there. He's like, haha, I got you. Did you have dinner, by the way, or lunch or something? If yes, what? Or if not, what will you have? Oh, you sashimi, yeah. I would lift him, but he hasn't been down to the bathroom in a while, so I don't want. So like he's still a puppy, so when he gets like either very excited or very like surprised, or like even picking up can be that. He sometimes pees a little bit, and I don't want to do that, so I'm not him. Okay, it was okay. There he is. Okay, fine. Yeah. Oh, I got a high five. Thank you, darling. Thank you. Oh, egg, cheese, and bread. Is there some sort of like ham or bacon? Or just that? Because that also sounds really good. But I would imagine something a bit like salty with it. Good. Oh, what? Same. I will have soup. What type of soup? I put in sausage and onions and rice and a lot of other spices. I make myself, and lemons. So good. Sometimes gochujang as well, but if not, I just put some chili and linseed flour. Linseeds, normally I would put there, or flax seeds, but I couldn't get that, so I have flour. Hey. Ah. Maybe it's just the Hungarian in me that it has to have some sort of salty. It's a really good soup. You should actually try it. I'm a chef. I've been thinking of making a video on it. Another high five. No. But maybe I still have to refine the recipe because I don't know how much I put into it of anything is my own. So I recommend that soup. What type of soup will you have? Love the way he's just like taking it. Hello. Whoa. In Persian, they say Nushajan. Nushajan, darling. It means bon appetit. Or have a good appetite, darling. Wow. You saw it on my face. I kind of hesitated to like, do I say it or do I not? Because so as I said, Chinese, Persian. So we communicate in like in English. We communicate in English, but sometimes we communicate in like broken Persian and broken Hungarian. I say it to her in Persian and she says it to me in Hungarian. And this is one of the things. We just say Nushajan and then that's it. So it's thank you. So it's, and we say it all the time, even with the other guys. We say Nushajan all the time. They also know what it means. So for me, and I don't really spend time with other people. So whenever I say Nushajan, people always just look at me confused. So I was like, okay, wait, let me clarify first. I have very good appetite. Shruti is also hungry. Good soup. Thank you so much for coming here. It was really nice talking to you. Actually, did improve my mood a little bit. Not a little bit, a lot. I haven't left the house in like 2 weeks. So Yeah. Last time I saw Shiny was last Wednesday. I will see her on Wednesday. She comes back, but still, honey, I miss human interaction. So this actually really did help. So thank you so much. Yes, but now you know. Nusha John in Persian means, I mean, basically they use it before eating, so it means like bon appetit. Yeah. In Hungarian, jó étvágyat. It's long, but that's what we say. Jó étvágyat. Honey, I wish I saw your face. I hope you're also smiling. So, you sound cheery in the comments, so I'm really hoping that you are. And again, amazing health. I wish you very good positivity as well. Very good mindset. Don't let anything break you. Just think back on this doggo. See, he enjoys the pets. So pet yourself and you will enjoy life. There you go. I know. Maybe I can figure out a way next time. 2 years, huh? No, I mean, I said it last time too. It's like, maybe the next one will be soon. No, it wasn't. I'm sorry. But if the next one happens soon, I will find a way to do it. So you can also join. I don't know how it works. Yeah. Yes, I need food. I'm starting to feel it in my head as well. My blood sugar is probably falling. Oh, kasanam. Wow. You spelled étvágyat correctly. Yo is also correct, but we use the O with the long O because you. But thank you, darling. Last thing I want to show you is the tattoos I have. I don't have tattoos. I have henna. I made henna. I used to have. Hello. I used to have on my hand, you can see a little bit. I have a koi fish. How do I show it? Like that, I guess. I did some practice for a friend. It's really faded right now. You can't see it. There's some other henna. Here, I have a musical note. Can you see it? Yeah. I have some other patterns there. But this is what I really like. It's a sun. That I want to keep doing. Yes, turbo. Sorry. Yeah, I really love the sun. I want to keep doing that. And once again, very, very happy birthday. And see, it was sent by whatever. It's not any day this happens that I get the idea to be like, you know what, let's do a live stream. So like, see, I don't know if you had cake. I don't know if you usually have cake on birthdays, but if you will, or if you had, I hope it was delicious, and I hope it will be delicious. And have cake instead of me too. Think of me if you haven't eaten it. That's the good attitude. Ha még egyszer. He also says again that he's thirsty. I will let him in a bit. Okay. Well, if you have, and when you have, think of me and be like, this bite is for Vivi. I haven't had cake in so long, in very, very long time, because I cannot have cake. So I don't miss it, but at the same time, I miss the vibe. Süti mindjárt. So yeah. Thank you. And mostly just enjoy it and have a very happy birthday. And after that, a very happy year, because that's how we do it here in the corner of my room, because I am in the corner right now. So technically, the gang is back together. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Happy New Year. Bye-bye.